slowly working on a way to enhance them. And, well, through my research, I've discovered that I need 3 things that could create a spell that would help enhance them, and one of them would be a drop of water from a spring of wisdom, as well as a root from a tree with a bark as strong as steel, and a scale from a divine beast.
The great wise owl simply... oh yeah, at the overlay. Sorry, I need to fix the overlay. I apologise for people tuning in. The sound was not coming through, it's fixed now, and I have Remy's overlay up instead of our current overlay, so I'll just change that. Doesn't matter when it's in podcast form anyway, but it's now fixed. The great wise owl simply stares at you, Bulbous, a solemn look on his face, and you can't quite determine what emotion, if any, he is currently exhibiting, or even what he is thinking. He gives no hint as to his motives or thoughts, and he simply says, "Yes, a spring of wisdom is something that is known to exist within the jungles of Chult, and based on the need of your quest, the dire need that you, and indeed all of us, find ourselves under right now, perhaps you finding one and making use of it would be for the greater good rather than potential bad that often comes when such resources can be exploited."
Yes, well, you have my word that I won't tell anyone else where they are, and this Spring of Wisdom will only be used for this spell.
He informs you that while he has never seen a Spring of Wisdom in person, and does not know exactly where one may be found, he knows how to recognize one, and quickly describes to you all of the signs that would tell you that a given body of water is indeed this extremely rare and valuable resource. And so, I have added the Spring of Wisdom to the random encounter table.
Oh.
It will have a possibility of appearing.
Fair enough, that's all that I can really ask for. My second question is, do you have knowledge of any trees that have bark as strong as iron?
He says, "Of course. Iron bark trees. Not particularly common in a tropical jungle such as Chult, but I believe they do grow, especially to the south in the more mountainous regions. Here is how you might recognize them." And so, just like the Spring of Wisdom, I have added the ironbark trees to the encounter table, and they will become more common the further south in Chult you are.
Awesome. And my final question is, well, it's not really a question, it's more of an open-ended question. I need to get a scale of a divine beast, and, well, I don't feel like going down there and, just stealing some scales from the Great Mudmort. Would you happen to know where, or even how, I might obtain something such as these?
He says, "Well, if the Great Mudmore is impressed and certain that your heart is pure and your intentions are good, he might be willing to donate a scale to your cause, if you would be willing to impress upon him the purpose for which you intend to use it. Otherwise, in the eyes of Uptow, all dinosaurs in Chult are divine. Therefore, if you could claim a scale from any of the thunderous reptiles that prowl in the jungle, it would suit your purpose, provided that the scale was taken through non-violent means. For killing a dinosaur would offend Uptow greatly and remove all divinity such a prize would contain.
Okay, that is greatly noted. Thank you. That is giving me much to think on. Thank you. Thank you.
He nods and he says, I'm glad I may be of assistance, Bulb. Now, it is getting darker. You must rest up while you can. I believe your companions wish to leave first thing in the morning to find this hidden, lost city of Omu, the only one who knows in her mind the secrets of the land of Chult, is the guardian oracle of the temple of Orlunga. A long trek awaits you, and every time I look at your companion, Sir Lucian, I am reminded that the death curse grows only stronger.
Were we near the Mudmore?
Yeah, you're just on. You're on the balcony overlooking his pool.
Okay. Well, after Bobbit has had her discussion with the Great Owl, I am going to kneel in prayer to the Mudmore to try and convince it that a scale would be greatly appreciated, I guess.
Yep. I would like you. How would you like to impress upon the Mudmore that you intend to use its gift for the good of all?
I feel like in Bulb's heart, he knows that he will only use the spell to enhance the shrubs during this quest. Possibly even during the end of this quest when things might get desperate. And I would just like to pray to him and open myself up for him to look in, like, for him to basically read me like a book. If that makes sense.
Very well. In that case, I would like you to please make an insight check.
Insight is actually something that I can do. I'm not proficient, but I do have good wisdom. But my dice hate me, that's an 8.
You bare your heart and stand on the edge of the balcony, overlooking the still pool of inky black water, staring off into the distance where the spires and buildings of Mesro press against the darkening sky like great black fingers. And there is silence. It appears the Mudmore did not heed your call.
Would I be able to help?
You might be able to, Ava. Would you like to come out and assist?
Sure.
Well, actually, sorry, I just remembered you can't because you're doing herbalism. You're not there.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. So, feeling dejected, Bulb, you hang your head, turn away from the great wise owl on the night sky, and head back into the hut, the golden-rimmed cage, to seek rest. The great wise owl turns to Bobbit, shakes his head and says, "A shame. I do not doubt that Bulb's intentions are pure, but it appears the great Mudmore has some doubts, or at least some questions. Perhaps Bulb did not prove himself worthy in Uptow's eyes."
Fuck you and your wording.
Why? I can't imagine why. Not saying that in character, but still. Bobbert will just sit before the and go, I don't seek any powers or any items of that. I seek knowledge, preferably about my own past. You've been here since Mesro fell, by what I understand.
He nods and he says, "But I was not yet awakened, so bear that in mind. I have memories, but, just like you, they are viewed through a foggy lens. A lens lacking understanding."
Anything I could get my hands on at this point would be appreciated.
He just nods and he says, "Any peace I can bring to your restless mind, Lady Alessandra, would make me happy. What is it that you wish to know?"
I was just pondering to herself, trying to think of exactly what to try and ask for here, but simply, do you have any recollections about what happened? The last thing I remember was, I believe I was leaving the city on a journey of some description. There was a massive void into nothingness, and beyond that, nothing. I haven't seen any visions, any memories that explain any further upon it. What is the first thing that you remember?
He ponders for a moment and he says solemnly, "I remember sitting in my cage, perched on a piece of bark, onlookers around me, not paying attention to me like they normally would, not visiting the aviary to gaze upon the birds and the wildlife, rather cowering, whispering to each other, uneasy, as if they were sheltering. I remember the ground rumbling. I remember the walls around me groaning and shaking with the agony of some great force outside. And then I remember a terrible roar as if the earth itself was rent asunder, and a flash of bright light that engulfed myself and everything around me. And then I awoke for the first time in my life. I could truly say I was awake. I was cognizant. I was alone. Everyone gone. And to this day, there has been no sign, not even the slightest trace of where they may have gone.
I suppose it's better than nothing. Thank you. If it's okay with you, I might sit out here and try and do some prayer myself, if that's okay with you, if I'm not bothering.
He just nods silently and says, "Whatever sets your heart at ease, Lady Alessandra." And then he looks away from you, spreads his wings, and silently takes off into the night, going about his nightly hunt in the ruins of Mesro. Bobbert, is there anything else you wish to do before you retire for your long rest?
Not say the book reading for when we're out on the road, but as I said, I would like to try and pray to either Mudmore or Blue Cow, whichever one's going to answer, and see where that goes.
Yep.
Kind of just mild clarity.
Please make... So would you like to perform the ritual that you learned in the Temple of Uptown?
I'm going to have to try. It's not like I need sleep or anything.
Yep. Please make a religion check, and it will be DC 18.
Okay.
This is a A very intricate ritual, usually for practiced, learned clergy to perform.
It's 14 plus 7, so it's 21.
And just the same, you find yourself going through the motions as if you've performed them before. Some unknown memory, still blank in your mind, takes over your body and guides you through the necessary motions, the necessary gestures of worship to Ubtao. And although you hear no voice, receive no guidance, a cloud in the night sky moves aside, revealing a full moon, and the moonlight seems to pierce the pool of water down below, sparkling on the surface of the Mudmore's pool, and you see a ripple silently move across the surface. You have been acknowledged, and may select a cleric cantrip to learn.
Yay! Just occasionally see it there. Question once again, why do I remember stuff like this for no reason? And then we'll just think on that for a while.
And so, you all take your long rest, and you awaken in the morning, seemingly refreshed. Your guides and the wise old owl impress upon you the importance of your mission. The Soulmonger rests within the lost city of Omu, where Russ Nasir, the exiled necromancer, wraps himself in serpents. Its location unknown, seemingly to all, save for the Guardian Naga at the Temple of Orulunga, more than 20 days to the west. Perhaps if you speak to her, she who, according to your guides, holds within her mind knowledge of all of Chult's secrets, you will learn the location of this city. And so, the wise old owl and his Aarakocra, as they slowly see you out of the royal aviary, their makeshift village, solemnly bid you the best of luck in your quest, with Emberon Coalscuttle waving his feathered arm and shouting as you leave, "Thanks for the shiny saber! I am not going to spend them, I'm just going to cherish them!"
Cute.
And so, you leave the city of Mesro at last and venture once again into the jungles of Chult as we continue our hex crawl. First, I would like someone to roll a d20 to determine the weather for this leg of the journey.
Who wants it?
I'll do it.
Go Almighty Oracle.
13.
13. As you step out of Mesro and are swallowed up by the gnarled mass of trees as you step under the jungle canopy, you are buffeted by occasional light rain. This, combined with the humidity of the jungle, makes your journey uncomfortable and tiring, but is no great hindrance to you. Since it's been a while since we did the hex crawl and Kitty and Zinhorn weren't here, I will just quickly recap the rules. So each day you may move at a normal pace, which will allow you to move 1 hex, or you may move at a fast pace, which will enable you to move 2 hexes, but will make chances of a random encounter much more likely. You may also move at a cautious pace, which decreases the chances of a random encounter, but also has a chance that you will not move a hex during that day of travel. As the jungles of Chult are hot, humid, noisy, and uncomfortable, every night when you settle down to rest, you will only be able to get the benefits of a short rest, You will not be able to have a long rest until you arrive at your destination. And so, here is the map. You are currently in Mesro. And Orulunga is all the way over here to the west, in the shadows of the westernmost mountain range that snakes across the coast of Chult.
Hey.
So I assume you'd like to move straight into this hex here?
Very much. It's probably the only way we
Okay.
can go.
And who will
For
you
wherever people wants to go.
who will you be using as your navigator? Will you be using anyone in the party, or will you assign your guides to this task? Keep in mind that this is what you're paying them for.
That is true. The only person I'd consider in the party would be Adrian, because we're still close to where she lives. Otherwise,
Yeah.
just in the guides.
We can just use the guides. That's fine.
Very well. As we move into the first hex for the first day's travel, I would like somebody to please roll for your guides. Selida has the higher survival skill, so she will be making the check, but she will be doing it with advantage, with Mujarib helping her. So you may roll a d20 with advantage and add 9, because that is her survival skill.
Who wants to do it?
I'll do it.
Alright.
So 9. It's 24.
24. Your guides prove, now that you're testing them for the first time in the jungle proper, they seem to be doing what they're paid for. And on this first day of travel, you do not get lost. Will you be foraging for food this day, or will you be consuming a ration?
We have a solid stack of rations, but it's the government.
Yeah, I'm gonna consume a ration.
Rations are fun.
Alright. So you now have 36 days worth of rations remaining. Finally, I'd like someone to please roll a d20.
Smithy.
D20? Okay.
Yep.
That is a 10.
That is a 10. No random encounter this day.
Yay!
So,
Yay.
we move on. Are you still travelling at normal pace?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yep. So you move into the next portion of jungle. The trees growing thicker, more gnarled. The humidity and heat more stifling than it was yesterday. Please make a survival check for your guide. Once again, roll with advantage, +9.
While someone's doing that, even though it's only a short rest, would Bob have enough time to do his ritual to incorporate something into his weapon?
Yes, he does.
Okay, did I need to roll for anything?
Yes. What would you like to incorporate?
The polearm +1.
Yes, the polearm +1.
Also,
Please...
and
Yep, yes, Zinhorn.
during the long rest we had before, Zinhorn attuned to the orb
Yes,
shielding
he did.
with necrotic.
Fantastic. Bulb, please make an let's see. Yeah, make an arcane check, DC 18.
Wasn't that one?
Nat 1. Very well. On this second day of travel, will you be foraging for food, or will you be consuming a ration?
Zinhorn also swapped out to one of his first level spells for Goodberry.
Yes, Goodberry, yes.
That's a good backup because we only get short rests.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you run out of rations and you can't quite forage for food, that's a very good backup. So would you like to consume a ration, a Goodberry, or forage for food?
How long do the good berries last for?
One day.
It's nourishment for 1 day.
And that's technically a spell to cast, that isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
first
but-
level spell, yes.
But
Yeah.
as you only get short rests while traveling, it is expending a spell slot.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'd
so it
say
should be,
That would be a last ditch effort. So
yeah.
Bob's probably going to eat a ration.
So everyone's eating rations again?
Yeah.
Very well. 36 days remaining. Someone please roll a d20.
I did it. I got 21.
21.
No, that was-
Oh, yeah, that was for the survival. Now we're doing the random encounter. So please
Okay.
roll another one.
9.
9?
9. No encounter this day. So you move further into the jungle. This portion of the jungle gives you some respite. The trees are much thicker here. The jungle canopy covers much more of the sky and does not allow as much sunlight to penetrate down into the jungle, meaning it is slightly cooler and more relaxing in this portion of the jungle. That said, there is a strange, earthy smell that pervades through the area, almost like the smell of decay. Someone please make a survival check for the guides.
M2, you want to do it?
Yep,
Okay, so
advantage plus 9.
17.
17, fantastic. Your guides continue to impress, leading you directly to the west, seeming to know exactly where they are going. Would you like to consume a ration again?
Bowl would like to consume a ration because he wants to attempt the ritual again.
Very well. So we are down to 35 days of rations. Bold, please attempt the DC 18 arcane check again.
Hey, that's better. That's a nat 20.
Lovely. And so that night, as everyone else beds down in the jungle and tries to get some rest in this immensely uncomfortable environment, you tinker with your staff and manage to incorporate the +1 quarterstaff into it, meaning that you may use it in melee as a +1 quarterstaff, or you may continue to use it as a gun at range. However, the +1 value from the quarterstaff only has effect if you are using it as a melee weapon.
So, I get the +1 from the reloading that Bobbit has,
Yep.
only if I use it as a ranged, and
Yep,
+1 from the
from-
quarterstaff,
yeah,
only when it's a melee. Okay, so it's basically now just a fully +1
+1
weapon.
weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone
Cool.
please roll a d20 for the random encounter.
I may as well, because I think I'm the only one that hasn't yet. Or M2 hasn't either, but... 12.
12. I would like you to please roll another d20.
Oh no.
12? Again?
12
This dice is loaded, I swear.
again. Lovely. Okay. Let me see. I just have to bring this up because this is a sandbox section, essentially, so I basically have to look up everything on the fly.
Yep.
Okay, finally, please roll a third d20.
Oh god. How many people are going to kill us? 7.
7. Before you bed down for the night, you press further into the jungle, and the scent of decay seems to grow even stronger. One of your guides, Salida, raises a hand to prompt you all to halt, and then she points to a copse of bushes about 10 feet away and whispers, "Over there. Can you see it? I'd like you all to make perception checks, please."
Oh, the humidity is doing wonders for my glasses, because that's a nat 1.
You said perception?
Yep.
21.
19 for me.
9.
I got an 8. I don't like my dice today.
You peer in the direction she's pointing, and it's hard to see in the dusky twilight of this thick portion of jungle, but you see, buried in the copse of bushes, the swollen, purple-skinned corpse of an elf, just lying, half covered by foliage.
On.
What would you like to do?
Can I see anything around that
You
might...
You do not
Is
see
it-
any movement around the corpse or in this immediate area, and the sounds that you can hear seem to be the normal sounds of the jungle. Indeed, it does not appear that you're in any immediate danger.
Hmm. Can I fly up and see if I can see anything?
You can keep in mind that the jungle canopy is quite thick, so you'll have to make an acrobatics check with disadvantage to force your way through it.
If it's too thick, I'm not going to be able to see anything anyway.
Yeah.
Can Bulb do a medicine check on the body to see what killed it?
You can.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can help. So, Bob, do a medicine check with advantage, please.
Hey, what 2 dice haven't I used yet? These 2.
I wish I had speak with Dad.
16 plus 7, so that's 23.
You hold out your hand, instructing everyone to stay back while you and Ava approach the corpse and spend a few moments examining it. The corpse is wearing the garb of an adventurer, leather armor, a sword, still sheathed, and a bow. It appears this was an explorer of some description. A cursory examination suggests to you that he died only a few days ago from the bite of a venomous snake.
Oh.
What kind of
Was it
sword and
poisonous?
stuff?
Would the sword and armor and bow appear to be non-magical, but they are of fairly decent make and in good condition. The leather armor, the long bow, and the short sword are all masterwork quality.
Oh.
What does that mean?
It means that
Because I have masterwork armor, but I can't remember what it does.
yeah, masterwork sword simply means that it gets guaranteed criticals on inanimate objects, and also it cannot be worn down easily. So it's good for chopping trees or doors or things like that.
Okay.
One.
Alright, so what... so it's just a regular... Well, a Masterworks short sword?
Yes. The
So it
armor
does
is
the
also...
same-
Yeah, it's the same as a normal short sword, it's just it gets guaranteed criticals on inanimate objects.
I may as well swap out my regular short sword then.
Yep. There is also the Masterwork longbow, which has the same property, and the Masterwork leather armor, which is a
I've already
normal
got
set.
Masterwork
Yes,
studded
you do.
leather.
Yes. But do you wish to take it anyway to sell later, or...?
Yeah, sure, if no one wants it.
Yep.
I don't want it. What does masterwork do again?
The Masterwork
armor?
armor makes you resistant to critical hits one time in an encounter. So it's like adamantine
really?
armor, but it only works one time.
I should probably write that down because I
Yeah,
do know
I
I
should've
have
written that
masterwork.
down.
Yeah.
Masterwork
I
studded.
went medium armor, so that's not going to work for me either way.
Masterwork studded armor. Just one.
So is anyone taking the armor or the bow?
No.
Nope.
I'm not.
I'll
Yep.
carry them, I guess, to sell.
Yep, very well.
I have
Yep.
room in my bag of holding if you want to put them in there.
Okay. go ahead.
His whole corpse.
No.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Armor and bow.
Yep,
So the bow takes up 1 slot and the armor takes up 2, doesn't it?
yes.
Masterwork.
Does it? It's only light.
Oh, it's only light armor, so yeah, 1 slot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Masterwork.
Medium takes 2, heavy takes 3.
Armor. Okay. Masterwork bow, masterwork armor. Okay, yep. Does he have anything else on him?
He's got a pouch containing a small amount of coins, about 12 gold pieces altogether. He does not appear to be carrying any expedition gear, which makes you think that perhaps he was part of a group, and for whatever reason, they left him behind after he died. Or at some point he got separated from his group and died, and they just simply haven't found him yet.
Probably more likely.
Yeah, it's for the party.
The fighters are naughty.
And so you spend a moment just having a moment of silence over his corpse, covering it in some bark and leaves as a makeshift burial. Then you bunk down for the night.
Drill craft some flowers to put.
Ah, yes, Druid crafts some flowers, place them around the makeshift grave you've created, and then you move on the next day out of this thick, shadowy part of the jungle, and out into a more open portion of jungle where the sunlight pierces through and the humidity is more stifling than it was even in Mesro, and at some points during the day you find yourselves unable to walk even a few steps at a time, sweat glistening on your skin. Your guides point out that the location known as Firefinger is close to here, and Mujarib takes Bulb aside and says, "Now, you did promise that wee lass, Zaka, that you would retrieve her family heirloom from Firefinger if you ever approached it."
That was something I was going to bring up today, actually, my good sir. I was going to ask if we would mind heading towards Firefinger, and as we are now know that we are on a fine time schedule, if we suss out that this could be done in a day or two at most, I was going to ask if the party would be willing to do this now.
Your guides inform you that Firefinger is essentially directly on the way to Oralunga. It would only take a short detour to get there. It would take about a day off course, so not very far at all.
I mean, once we get to Firefinger, suss out
if you can. Yeah,
it's going to take more than a couple days.
It will still take a day off schedule to actually get to Firefinger, because the quickest way to Oralunga is to actually go past it through this hex to the south. So, what does the party think? You willing to take an extra day to go check it out?
Not fast.
Very well. Someone please make a survival check for the guides.
Yes, I will.
17 plus 9, is it? So 26?
Yep, 26. Lovely. Will you be consuming rations or foraging for food this day?
Rations for Bulb.
So, yep, down to 35 days of rations for everyone. And someone please roll a d20 for random encounter.
I did the last one.
I guess it's...
I just make one.
Yep, go ahead.
And 15.
15. Okay. That is an encounter, and I will roll for it.
This is exactly why I didn't want to roll for encounters, because I always seem to fail on
You always seem to get them.
God damn it.
Okay. Ooh, and yeah, this one doesn't offer much chance to parlay or anything, so I would like everybody to please roll for initiative.
22, and I'll be right back putting Missy back outside because she's being a bitch.
That's 23.
16.
16 for Ava.
God damn it.
22.
I even made that joke after the last time I had rolled up encounters and just went, no, I shouldn't make encounter rolls anymore because I keep summoning things. It's so long, I thought maybe this time I'd be okay. No, that was foolish thinking on my behalf.
Yep, well, okay, I've already pre-rolled this combat encounter. The non-combat encounters I got Volk to roll for, but this I pre-rolled the combat encounters so that I had the monster stats set up, so here we go.
Oh, aren't you a peach?
As you press further into the jungle, you hear a cacophony of monotonous groaning.
Lovely.
And you emerge out in a jungle clearing to find a pack of zombies shuffling in your direction. They seem to have sniffed you out and are heading straight towards you. And before you begin combat, I'd like all of you to make perception checks.
22.
22. You notice... Yep.
25.
25. You notice that... How much did you get, Bobbit?
2.
2. Oh, wow. Okay, so everyone everyone except Bobbit notices that all of these zombies are no longer wearing armor, and their skin is covered in moss and leaves and dirt. They appear to have been roaming the jungle for quite some time. And strangely, all of them have tattooed on their foreheads a crimson triangle.
So they've probably been raised.
Most likely. Would you like your guides to participate in this battle, or shall they remain in safety?
If those ogres hadn't been there, I probably would have said remain in safety, but...
Do they have ranged weapons?
Mujarib has a hand axe, but that's it. Salida does not have a ranged weapon.
Fuck. I don't know, guys. It's up to you guys as well.
Very well.
Yeah, if they're going on, they're on the front line, that's
Yep.
a great thing. Also, love the new token for Alessandra.
Yes, I thought you'd like that. So you direct your guides to safety. They run and hide in a copse of trees. And Zinhorn, you are up first. Actually, no, wait. Bobbit, Alessandra, you are up first.
Cool. Really, really loving the fact that I didn't notice the tattoo on their foreheads, because I'm probably the one person that should have, but we'll cross that bridge later on. Can I hit anything with my pistol from back where I am at all?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, you can hit everything except the zombie lord.
Ah, damn it, that was the one I was hoping to aim for first, because he seems important. Where would I have to move up to get to him?
To attack the zombie lord, you'd have to run out in front of where Ava is.
Alright.
Yep. You push through the crowd, stand in front of Ava, and raise your pistol.
I might actually load a fire rain into that just in case.
Yep.
Olga's now paying very close attention.
Yep. Go ahead and roll to hit him.
And 16 plus 8. So
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Now, what was the fire damage again?
An extra dice of fire damage.
Okay. Oh, cool. It's been a while since I've used these. I just thought I'd check. So that's 13 regular damage and an extra 5 points of fire damage on top of that.
So 18 points of damage. Bang! You fire and the shell...
That's 23 all up.
Yep. The shell explodes as it hits the zombie lord and he groans. Ah! He does not appear to be weak to fire. He's too damp for that, but he's not resistant to it and just takes normal damage.
Okay.
I guess that theory. Can I roll to see if I notice the tattoos now?
Yes, you can now roll a perception check.
Okay, a little bit higher. 11.
Yep, now that you're closer, and you see the zombies all marching in unison towards the group. You notice their crimson triangle tattoos on their foreheads glistening in the sunlight.
I was going to say, Bobbert notices this, eyes widen slightly, but doesn't make any other note of this to the group.
In your head, Mr. Stick's voice warbles out. Some old friends. It is Zinhorn's turn.
Gonna just start off with doing a frostbite cantrip
Yep.
at number 3.
Zombie Husk 3, go ahead.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that should be 5 there, not 2. I just noticed there are 2 3s. There we go.
And it's a con save of 15.
Yep. Let me see. I will roll for the Zombie Husk. That is a 19 on its con save.
Alright, well then... that's gonna fail. I think it just means that nothing happens if you passed it.
But it's still... Yeah, so no damage, not even half damage.
Nope.
Alright. Would you like to move anywhere, Zinhorn?
Going to move around behind the tree.
Yep.
It's-
Right here. And
Yep.
it is taking cover behind a tree. It is the end of your turn. It is now Bulb's turn.
Would it be possible for me to fly up into a branch of one of these trees?
Yes, that is possible. Make an acrobatics check with advantage, because you're flying.
What is my acrobatics? 13.
13. You spread your wings, and you just want to fly up into the branches of the tree.
Yeah, I
directly
just
in
want
front
to
of you.
stand on a branch. Yeah.
Yep. You fly up into the tree directly in front of you and perch on a branch.
They
What
gotta
would you-
move.
Yes. And then I'm going to raise my rifle and take a shot at the zombie lord.
Very well. Roll to hit him.
I really need to get some non-different attacking spells. That is 18.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
And that is a DE12 plus Dex. Oh, that's 14 damage.
He groans as your bullet slams into his body, but he continues walking towards the party, almost as if he didn't notice it.
Fair enough. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know what that symbol is?
Yes, you may.
That's a 15.
You do recognize it, at least it's familiar to you, but at this moment you can't quite place where you've seen it.
Would I know that if its nature, if the magic was dispelled from it, it would stop its control over what it... no, that's a
Well,
bit more specific.
you
That's
don't-
if I knew exactly what it
Yeah,
was.
you knew exactly what it was, Yep.
Yeah, but
well-
do I know the nature of this, of the, the symbol?
From what you could tell, it appears to be a sort of brand, and nothing more. It doesn't appear to be magical, rather it's just a signature, a marking to denote who these undead belong to.
Okay.
It is now the enemy's turn. The zombie husks. Strangely, not befitting of their emaciated form, look at you and roar, ah! And then they begin running full tilt towards the party.
Damn, I was afraid of this. It's Resident Evil rules. The less clothes they have, the more powerful they are.
Zombie Husk 2 attacks Alessander with a multi-attack claw attack. The first one is a 22.
Did you roll a wisdom save?
Oh yeah, wisdom save. Yes.
Yeah.
However, these ones get advantage on their wisdom saves for a reason I will explain later. And
Fair
it got a
enough.
19, so it hits you on the first attack, and you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Then swings at you with its second attack, rolls a 14. You raise your shield, and the zombie's claws just scratch at the metal. Zombie Husk 4 runs towards the tree where Bulb is and attempts to scramble up using its claws to dig into the bark of the tree. And it makes an acrobatics check. And that is a 9. It gets about halfway up the tree and then loses its footing, falls down, and takes 6 points of damage as it hits the floor.
You see Bulb's already wide eyes widen.
Zombie Husk 3 runs towards Alessander, makes a wisdom save with advantage and gets 22, and then makes a multi-attack claw attack. And that is a 17 and an 11. So, Alessander, you take another 7 points of slashing damage.
Roll back. What did you... No, did you say 17 and 11? My AC's 18.
Oh, well, lovely. You managed to block both of them in that case. Thought it was 16.
You?
Zombie Husk 5 rushes towards the tree where Bulb is and makes an acrobatics check as it begins to scramble up the tree trunk. And that is a 2. It gets about halfway up and then topples down, groaning as it hits the floor. Ah, poof, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Zombie Husk 1 runs forwards 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, moves no further, and then both of the ogre zombies lurch forwards, but are unable to reach anyone in the party as they move extremely slowly. The zombie lord moves forwards about 10 feet, and then it raises a longbow and fires at Ava.
Ooh.
And that is a 25 to hit. Ava, you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okie doke.
It is now Ava's turn.
Alright. I'm going to fly up and perch in this tree.
Yep. Make an acrobatics check with advantage, please.
Why?
Because
That's
these are pretty thick trees, so they're not normal trees. The map has got normal trees. These are like jungle trees that are like gnarled together. And
Alright, I got 18.
yep, so you flap your wings and fly up into a nearby tree, perch on one of the stronger branches, and you have a good view of the action below.
Alright, I will can't shoot the zombie lord from here, can I?
What's the range on your bow?
I don't know, it's a
I
long
think it's
bow.
65, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can just hit him from here.
Alright, I will try to hit him.
Yep, roll with advantage because you have the height.
That is a non-nat 20.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Go again. Sorry.
Yep. How much damage?
That is 10.
Yep. Let me check
Does he
if
take psychic?
he does take psychic damage.
That was a 4.
4, lovely. 14
I'm gonna
points.
declare him my
Favoured foe. He's looking significantly hurt at this point. You notice
Well, he's gonna take another d6.
Yep, D6.
And that was a 6.
A chunk of flesh just drops off his body as you hit him. but he continues
now-
walking.
And now I'll do my second attack
Yep.
with advantage. Which was a 16.
16. And that is a hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah. So that's 1d8. So that was 13.
13. You fire and hit him. Your arrow embedding itself into his sickly-looking flesh, and he just continues walking towards you.
And I believe I still use my D6.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Favored foe only activates once a round.
Once around. Okay.
It is now Veska's turn. She stays where she is and fires a ray of frost at Zombie Husk 1, hitting him, and he takes 12 points of frost damage. It is now Sir Lucian's turn. He runs past Zinhorn towards Ogre Zombie number 2 and swings his sword, hitting Ogre Zombie 2 for 12 points of slashing damage. Alessander, it is your turn.
Okay, surrounded by 3 zombies. Yep, might as well. I get my spells back on a short rest, so I'm safe there. Hold out, and with the familiar cry of Erich nicht zombies, shall fast burning hands on the 3 zombies here. So
Yep, they're gonna make dex saves. Let's see, that's a 1, a 9, and a 13.
And you all fail.
Yep, go ahead and roll for damage.
Wonderful. Now, these guys aren't susceptible to fire, are they?
They're not weak to it, they just take normal damage.
That's fine. Well, normal's better than nothing. Where's my D6 at? It's going to be 18 points of fire damage for all 3 of them.
Ooh, lovely. Zombie Husk 1 is destroyed, and as he lets out a roar, his body begins to squirm, and then he explodes, sending spores into the air. I would like Alessander and Ava both to please make con saves.
Oh dear. 12?
12,
15.
15. Ava passes, Alessander did not. Alessander, you take 19 points of poison damage. And Ava, you take 8.
Great. They explode. Yeah, they explode. when
They
kill.
do.
Oh, sorry.
That's fantastic.
It is now Zinhorn's turn.
How tall is the tree that bulbs in?
About 20 feet.
Cool. Now, let me know if this is possible. Is it possible to do a tidal wave, which is 30 feet long, 10 foot wide, 10 foot tall,
Yep.
that goes across in front of Alessander and Solution and only gets like the zombie husk in
Oh,
it?
3, 4, and 5. Yes, it would be if you cast it so it starts. So it goes this way. Yes, Bulb is high up in the tree, so he probably would not be hit by it, and it would catch husks 3, 4, 5, and the ogre zombie in it.
Would it get 2 in it as well?
How wide is it?
It is 30 foot long and 10 foot wide.
10 foot wide. 5. Yeah, it would get them. Yep. It would get all these 5 zombies.
Awesome. That would be what I would like to do.
Yep. Okay.
Uh,
They need to make dex saves, I'm assuming.
yes, deck saves.
Okay, let's see. That is going to be a 20 for the ogre, a 5, a 7, a 6, another 7. So everyone fails except for the ogre.
Alright, so 4d8 is 6, 12, 18 plus 8 is 26. Points of damage.
26, lovely. It doesn't push them away or anything?
On a successful save, the creature takes... on a fail save, take 4d8 of bludgeoning and is knocked prone.
Knocked prone. Okay, so Zombie Husk 4 and 5 are still alive, but are knocked prone. The Ogre Zombie takes half the damage and remains firm. Zombie Husks 2 and 3 are buffeted by the water. Their bodies begin to vibrate, and then they both go exploding into clouds of spores. I would like
Through
Alice.
the water?
Yep, I would like Alice. It's just whenever they die, they explode.
The water
Alisander.
would stop that.
I'd like Alisander and Bulb to please make con saves.
Yay!
And once again, through 2 characters, my con saves suck. That's a 7.
7. How did Alisander go?
Bugger, that's a 5. I'm
Okay.
not enjoying poison today.
So you both take 13 points of poison damage.
13, he said.
Yep. It is now Bulb's turn.
I look at Alisander, and how damaged is Alisander looking?
On a scale of 1 to 59, I would be at about a 20 right now.
You've seen that too, haven't you?
Yep.
Yes, I have. Awesome.
Cleric,
I'm not
I
leaving
have
my
a
tree.
strange synesthesia where the state of my body appears as a numeric value, and it is appearing as 20.
Brother! It wasn't for the fact that I'm playing a 20-year-old woman, it'd be more like, Brother! Brother, I require heals!
Well, I'm not getting down from my tree, because my tree has protected me thus far.
I'm planning on moving away from the ground. Ground is not helping me right now.
Healing word is a bonus action, isn't it?
It is.
There
It is.
It is.
Okay, well then I'll healing word of it. 4. Where's my dice? 6 health.
Yeah, it's good for nothing.
Then I'm going to raise my rifle and fire at the zombie lord again.
Go ahead, and you've got advantage, so roll with advantage.
That's a nat 20. Thank you for the
Oh,
advantage.
lovely.
Yay.
Okay. Roll and double.
For God's sake.
Oh, and that was max damage. That's 12, 15, so 30. Oh, Jesus Christ. 30 damage.
Bang!
Damn!
Your gun blasts off one of his arms, but he continues crawling towards the party, looking quite beaten up at this point.
Fair. That's fair. That's my
Yep.
turn.
It is now the enemy's turn. Zombie Husk 4 attempts to scramble up the tree again, and he nat 20s on his acrobatics
Yep.
check.
Oh no.
And he makes a multi-attack at you with his claws. The first one is a 21.
That
You
hits.
take 4 points of slashing damage.
4
and-
point. Yep.
The second one is a nat 1. He slashes at you, loses his footing and topples back down out of the tree, taking 6 points of damage. And as soon as he hits the ground,
Fuck.
he explodes into spores. Bulb, please make a con save.
God damn it, these things stuck.
That's a 12.
That's a 12. Bulb, you take 18 points of poison damage.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh!
time.
Don't kill that one! Don't kill 5! Please!
Zombie Husk 5 attempts to scramble up the tree, making an
Oh, fuck.
acrobatics save.
Fuck.
And
Fuck.
he rolls a 14, which enables him to climb up the tree, and then he swings at you
yeah.
with a multi-attack. The first one is a 12,
That misses, thank
so you
God.
dodge as it swings over your head. The second one is a 13,
That misses as well. Oh.
so you're fine. Is
Oh.
Ogre...
Mine is a matter of perspective, yeah.
It is Ogre Zombie 2's turn. He raises his Morning Star and swings it at Sir Lucian. Rolling a 19, so Lucian raises his shield and deftly deflects the blow.
Damn.
So
You
Lucian,
don't have to hit me!
would you like
Put
to
his
throw
back
a...
into that.
Would you like to use your reaction to throw a parry in there, Sir Lucian?
Oh, how much superiority die do I have left?
Your superiority die have been restored since last session.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna swing my big giant charge sword at him. It's like, you need to stop it, man. You need to stop it.
Yep, roll
Maybe
to
on-
hit him.
Alright, D20.
Watching this
Show
man
me
just
the
parry
money.
a goddamn ogre.
That is a 13.
That's a hit. Roll your damage and also add 1d8 from your superiority die to it.
Oh, beautiful. Now let me get my 50,000 dice because I have no idea where I put anything. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, shoot. Alright, man. You know what? We're using Faye today.
Yep.
Alright.
See
Don't
if
fail
she
me.
smiles on you.
Okay, was it D10?
Yep,
It's a D8,
D10
sorry.
plus D8.
Plus a D8. That is 7 points of damage.
That's still not bad for a free attack. You swing back at the ogre zombie as he tries to hit you. Is ogre zombie 1's turn. He stumbles towards Alessander, raises his morning star, and
Wisdom,
rolls a
please.
17. Alessander raises her shield as the...
Wait.
Yep.
Do you
Oh yeah,
get
wisdom save, yes.
He's undead.
He got a 17 and he got a 17 on his wisdom save. But
Well,
it's
yeah,
okay,
again.
because his morning star hits your shield and leaves a small dent in it but doesn't strike you.
I like the number 17.
It is Zombie Lord's turn. He roars, "Arrgh!" and runs towards the tree where Ava is, attempts an acrobatics check to scramble up the tree, and he rolls a 13, which is enough to get him up the tree. And then he makes a multi-attack with his empowered slam. The first one is a 23 to hit. Ava, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of necrotic damage. So, I believe 8 points altogether. He then makes his second multi-attack, and that is an 11, so you just duck as he lazily swings his arm in your direction.
Fortunately for him, she's now right in front of me.
Yes. It is Veska's turn. She
Isn't it
runs...
mine?
Oh yeah, it's your turn. Yeah, go, Ava. Then it's
Well, I'm
Veska's turn.
good.
Okay. Getting my dice. Alright, I'll hit him with my short sword.
Short sword, yep, go ahead. Roll to
My
hit him.
short sword plus 1.
Yep.
That is a non-nat 20.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
I nearly grabbed the wrong dice then. So that is 9
9 points of
Plus-
damage. Yep, plus
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 sidekick,
plus
so
your
2.
favourite foe.
and plus favorite foe, which was a 6.
Yep. Okay, so all up, that was well over 20 damage, which means he cannot use his undead fortitude to not die. He roars as he topples down off the tree and lands dead in the grass below.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to hop down
Yep,
and attack the ogre zombie.
who is now flanked.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'll do my offhand,
Yep, go ahead, roll to hit.
which is 16 plus 7.
That's a hit, roll for damage.
That was 8.
8, nice. And your final attack?
Yep. That is 16.
16, that's a hit, roll for damage.
That is 6.
6, lovely. It is Veska's turn. She rushes up to Ogre Zombie 1. rolls with advantage to hit him with her short sword, and
Oh, I forgot I was meant to be rolling with advantage.
Oh, yep, well, it's okay.
Oh well.
She nat 20s and hits him for 16 points of damage with her short sword. It is now Sir Lucian's turn.
Round 2. Okay, we got a zombie husk and an ogre zombie.
Yep.
Out of...
explode when they die.
Oh, okay. I'm currently engaged with ogre zombie 2 though, aren't I?
Yep, so you go ahead and
Yes, you
attack
are.
him.
Yeah, well, we're going to just swing at him. It's 2 attacks, isn't it? One
Yep,
from my
2
axe and one
attacks.
from my...
Well, yeah, you just get 2 attacks because you're a past 5th level
he's-
fighter, so...
Oh, beautiful. Alright, I'm going to go swing with my charge blade.
Yep.
So, it is a... Oh, that is a... Dots on the top. Oh, God. Okay, that is a 9. No,
That's
4, I
still
think
a
that's
hit. That's a hit. Ogre
Yes.
zombies only have an AC of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, would you like to spend a charge on your blade?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, so D10 plus D8.
Where's my other dice? I keep losing the freaking thing. Okay. That is 11 points of damage.
Ooh,
4 plus
nice.
7, 11.
You cut some of the flesh off his emaciated body. Now make your second attack.
Alright. Okay, it is a 7. Is
That's
that...
a hit.
Oh,
Roll
plus
for
4?
damage. Yep,
Wow, what is his AC?
5.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's freaking
He's
water
very
guns
easy
can
to
hit this
hit.
bastard.
Yep, he's very easy to
Full
hit.
of flesh.
It's just a flesh wound. No, that's your arm falling off, sir.
Tis but a scratch.
I'm basically a walking wound. 6 points of damage. No, sorry, 9.
He
That's upside down.
groans as you stick your blade in his head and he falls limp on the end, dying. It is now Alisander's turn.
Okay, let's assess. Yep, there's a zombie right in front of me. Yeah, if I shoot with my pistol here, that's still fine, right? Or is that disadvantage for close range?
Disadvantage because you don't have the feat that you don't have the firearms master feat. I don't believe.
No, I do not.
No, so it's disadvantage because you're in melee range.
Oh,
But it's cancelled out by the flanking, so it's just a normal roll.
that actually works out pretty well then, because I have a lot of other things I could use this close range. That is 13 plus 8, so 21 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Unfortunately, that's just a 1 plus
Aww.
5, so that's 6 points of piercing damage.
Your bullet pounds into his flesh, but he is still up.
He
It is now Zinhorn's turn.
So first off, I am going to do. Can I hold a? Do something he doesn't do very often. He's going to use a short bow. Can I hold that for when Bulb is like further away?
Yes, so you'd like to save a reaction for when Bulb moves to fire your short bow at Zombie Husk 5?
Correct. Yes.
Yes. So you can still take your normal action this turn, but you're saving your reaction for that.
Okay, so my norm.
Yep.
Then. Okay. In that case. I'll do a frostbite towards the zombie ogre.
Yep. He's going to make a save, and that is a 4.
And something tells me that doesn't save.
Yep.
And that is 8 points of cold damage.
Your frostbite hits him, he looks at you with a confused look on his face, and he just says, "Ugh," as he falls over backwards, dead. It is Bulb's turn.
Bulb is going to disengage and fly the fuck away from
Yep.
the husk.
You spread your wings and fly out of the tree. Zinhorn
I'll
raises
poke
his
his eyes
bow
out.
and fires at Zombie Husk 5. Roll to hit him.
That is a 14.
14 to hit. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
And so what is that? That is 1d6. That is 6 plus 2 is 8.
Your arrow hits him, and sure enough, just like a pin popping a pin cushion, he explodes into a cloud of spores. I need Sir Lucian to make a con save, please.
Oh, you bastard! Why did you have to hit him? I'm already dying from the plague.
I say you just do that whole, I can't get any sick. Oh God, why? It's only getting worse.
Who's got the emergency bananas? Faye, I know you're up there, you bastard. Cranky. Oh, I got a 2.
Hit 2,
Oh.
okay. Sir Lucian, you
Wow, a
take
sponge for every disease possible.
17 points of poison damage.
Oh.
And that is the end of combat.
You bastard.
Somehow survived.
So the only
Yeah.
damage that Sir Lucian took was from a zombie exploding next to him.
I'm going to collect those spores.
Just say,
It's
what
the
a
wrong place, wrong time with Sir Lucian every
What a
time.
coincidence. I'm exactly in the same boat. So,
And-
yeah, Alessandra is going to be looking over these zombie corpses, the ones that didn't explode, just be looking very closely at the tattoos and prints on her forehead, and just mutters to her staff, I think
Like-
we have different tastes in friends.
I'd like to jar some spores.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
jars as well, specifically made to handle
Yep.
ingredients. Can I do
So
some
you
as well?
can both make nature checks.
Oh shit, that's a what's nature?
18 plus 6.
I got 14.
14. Yep. So
14 and 24.
you both managed to jar up 2 jars of spores.
Would it be a small jar or a large jar?
Small jars, 2 small
Okay,
jars.
two
Now,
small jars.
during a long rest, you may attempt to distill these into poison to apply to a weapon, or you can just throw the jars, and if an enemy fails the con save, they will take the poison damage.
So would it just be poison spores?
Yes.
Cool.
And
refine them into poisons.
as Alessander looks over the corpses, her gaze lingering on the red triangles, and you hear Mr. Stick's voice smugly in your head just say, they've deteriorated, but they can still put up a fight. It's nice to admire your handiwork sometimes, isn't it, Alessander?
Oh,
On that much we can agree, but I'm starting to get the sense I might know who you are.
how much damage did the poison spores do if you throw them at them? Sorry. I just-
4d6.
4d6. Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm just writing it down so I don't have to ask later.
I would like, at this point, as Bulb did the check earlier, I would like Alessander to please make an Arcana check with advantage.
Alright. I somehow rolled a 13 twice, so that's going to be 23.
The more you linger on this symbol, the more obvious it becomes. You remember reading of Ras Nasi, and you remember, and you pointed out to Bulb, that the symbol of Ras Nasi
I was going to
is...
say, I'm
Yep.
still looking at it and just... I don't know, would they even remember anything from previously? Because depending on the answer, I may not actually reveal anything. I might just look at it and keep going.
Well, no, they're zombies. They would be very unlikely to have any memory from their previous
No,
existence.
not the zombies. That's not what I was
Oh,
referring
you? Yes.
Well, yeah, more or less.
Unbidden, a memory flashes into your minds. You stand on the walls of Mesro, your father to your left, and to your right, the brown-skinned warrior woman whose name is Messica, who has appeared in some of your previous memories. The three of you look down into the jungle below. Marching towards the city is a mass of undead. Thousands of zombies all pressed together. On each of their heads, a red triangle. Messica bites her bottom lip. She says, "Every day there are more and more of them. We can't hold out at this rate." Your father tightens his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Yes, Russ Nassi's undead army seemingly spreads forever beyond the horizon." And that is the memory.
Bella just looks back at the zombies, looks at the stick on her back, and then casually glances upwards towards the brim of her hat and just sighs very heavily.
And so, with that out of the way, you each consume another ration, leaving you with 34 days left. And you move on to Firefinger.
I'm gonna need to wait. We get a chance to actually.
Yeah, short rest.
before
Yes, you can
that?
short
Some of
rest,
us need
but
that.
you're going to get a long rest when you enter Firefinger anyway. So,
Wait, when we enter Firefinger.
well, like moving from this hex into your destination, you get a long rest because you've arrived at your destination.
Healing.
I was
I've got
gonna
like
say,
10 points of damage left.
Well,
Are you
if
sure for
you
that?
if you have a long rest, you'll just be fully healed. So you're all fully healed as you enter Firefinger.
Okay.
Travelling
so as we
portions
enter,
over.
so we don't
Yeah.
have to fight anything else. before
No.
we get-
No,
Okay,
fire.
that's
If a
fine.
hex
Sorry,
has
I'm just-
if a hex has a location, it does not trigger a random encounter.
Okay then.
So yeah, you only got 2 random encounters and only one of them was combat. So you are fine. So you can all have a long rest and enter Firefinger.
Quick question.
Yep.
Has the Death Plague advanced?
It has not advanced yet. No.
Oh, okay. Just poisoning, that's all. Still dying, don't worry.
Rising.
I tried.
And so the next day, as you recover from this short but arduous trip through the jungle, you emerge out of the thick jungle into a sunlit clearing. And you can see Firefinger ahead. Rising high above the jungle canopy is a 300-foot tall, naturally formed spire of rock, with smoke issuing from a flaming beacon at the top of it. The walls of the spire are sheer and dotted with small caves. Frail-looking ladders hang from narrow ledges at various heights. I'd like Bobbit to please make a history check.
Okay. Not 20.
You recognise the rocky pinnacle of Firefinger as an ancient Chultan signal tower. Before Russ Nassi's conquest toppled them, many such towers were used to send messages between cities via coloured flames at night or coloured smoke during the day. Firefinger must be one of the few still standing, if not the only one. It is about the entire town. Yep, relay it to the group. Yep. No, I was just going to say the entire tower appears to be about 300 feet tall.
Okay, I'm on a bad day with interrupting people. I apologize for that.
That's okay. You pass this on to the rest of
I'm
the
gonna
party.
pass it on, but I do when I get to the
Oh
part.
yeah.
As I pass on the part of Russ and the sea, I do trail off a little bit sadly
Aww.
and just sort of move ahead. Just that whole this was a tower built blah blah blah, and just like at least it was before and just sort of just goes back to staring off a bit.
So what would you guys like to do? You spend an hour or two just sitting looking and studying the tower, and you determine that the tower, although high, is very narrow and shouldn't take terribly long to assault. However, all you know is that apparently a tribe of Pterafolk, as in pterodactyl, reside here. You do not know their numbers, Azaka did not tell you, nor do you know where her family heirloom would be stored. You would presume in the beacon at the very top. Furthermore, as you watch, you can see Pterafolk circling the tower, flying through the air, while a number of them also keep watch from the very top, meaning that your approach of the tower would need to be stealthy, or you would risk being seen and alerting the enemy to your approach.
Pterodactyl and Pteranodon, are they similar or?
I think they're
Like-
pretty much the same thing, aren't they?
Yes, it's both.
Yeah.
I thought that. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Good.
Basically, yeah. Bird dinosaur people.
Yep.
Probably the early evolutionary ancestors of Aarakocra.
It's
Because I can shape into Pteranodon.
You can.
The thing is, we don't have the lady that we're doing the quest for, so we don't know, like, how violent these guys are.
Yeah, that's...
Can
Well-
I do a nature check to see if I know anything about Terra people?
You can.
That was a 11 plus 16.
They're mainly indigenous to Chult, and what you know of them is that they are incredibly xenophobic and are known to assault travelers, carry them away from the jungle, and take them back to their nests to use as food or slaves.
Oh.
Okay, well that
Yeah.
solves that problem. Hmm.
How many people here have disadvantage on stealth?
So Lucian and Alessander both do.
Oopsies.
Mm.
All it's going to take is one person failing to alert them, so may as
Yeah.
well
It depends on
just...
whether he's doing it as a group pass or not.
Yeah, it'll be a group check, but
Okay.
it's the potential that two of you will fail, and so basically all it would take is for one more of you to fail the whole check then.
I mean, it's not impossible. Just...
Well, unless Zinhorn has any sort of plan brewing, it's literally going to be we successfully sneak in or we assault the place.
Yep.
Zinhorn's not overly sure what's going on here because he wasn't here at the time of the quest, so...
Bob
They
fills
quick-
them in.
They quickly fill you in, Zinhorn, that when they were hiring guides, one of the prospective guides requested that if they hired her, they would retrieve a family heirloom from Firefinger that was stolen by the Pterafolk. Although this guide, Azaka, was not hired, Bulb did promise to do his very best to retrieve the stolen heirloom.
Right.
Hmm.
But we don't know whereabouts this heirloom
No,
is.
could be anywhere in this tower, and furthermore, you don't know how many Pterafolk reside here.
And
Would
we
it
do-
be possible
we know
to
what the
coax them
heirloom
out of the
is.
tower?
Yeah, possibly. If you could
That
make
was
them think they're
a
make a
version.
distraction.
Yeah, that might be your best option.
I think the distraction's pretty...
Divide and conquer.
Ooh.
Do we know what the heirloom is?
A mask.
A mask, yes.
A wooden mask, we were
A
told.
wooden
I
mask.
mean, I do have something that would definitely count as a distraction. I just would hopefully that it doesn't get destroyed as I do this.
Yep, well, the party is open to ideas.
Does everyone
I'm
remember
happy to
Kate?
stealth.
mean, I'm happy to try stealthing. Other than that, I do have a mechanical dragon I haven't dusted off in a while, but there is a chance they will probably swarm the shit out of that and tear it to pieces as well.
Yeah, there is a chance that they will destroy it, but it might allow you to approach the tower unseen.
How's everybody feeling?
Well, I could give your dragon some air support. In the... just let me find the spell that tells me how many of what level. Because I can use summon woodland creatures or animals or whatever, whichever
Keep
one it
in
is.
mind
Conjure
that
animals.
keep in mind that the dragon does not necessarily have to fight them; they just have to see it and chase it away.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is pretty quick when it comes to movement, especially in the air, so... as long as
What
it
is
keeps
his
moving.
flight speed?
I believe it was 40 or 60. Hold on. I haven't dusted off the stat sheet. Well, I should do that while I was talking. Let's go. Yeah, flight speed of 60 feet.
Well, Pterafolk have a flight speed of 50, so he's faster than they are.
Yeah. So you basically
Well,
summon them, order them to just keep out of get their attention, and then just don't get hit afterwards.
yeah, because we only need him to distract until we get into the first level.
Hmm. Preferably we could distract them and just keep them going until we've finished what we've been
Well,
doing.
that too. Yeah, well, if you're willing to summon him and
Hmm.
have him do that.
Alrighty then. Hmm. Did I do anything
You
particular
pull
to
out the
summon
little
it?
gizmo. You pull out the little remote control gizmo that you've bound to Keeper, and you press the red button on it, and there's a flash of light, and Keeper materializes out of thin air, teleported from where you last left him in Port Nianzaru.
Just imagine it's like the fantasy version of like a car clicker. You just push it, this is a little...
Yep. He tilts his head to the left and purrs mechanically as he sees you, as if asking what you would like him to do.
Oh, just gives him a quick hug and goes, yeah, I missed you too, buddy, but we need you to run some distraction for us. Keep the people up there out of the tower, and basically once you get their attention, stay out of their range, because I don't want you to get torn to pieces, because I love you and you're expensive.
He nods, and then with a great metallic groan, unfurls his wings and takes off, bursting through the jungle canopy, zooming towards the tower. The Pterafolk circling the rock pinnacle almost instantaneously notice him and begin calling out, "Ah! Ah!" They begin flying towards him, brandishing their javelins, and as soon as he sees them moving in his direction, he flaps his wings and lures them away further into the jungle, leaving only a couple of lookouts at the very top of Firefinger.
I just realized that Zinhorn and the guides have never seen it before, so I just sort of turned back to them going, oh, right, this was new for you guys. That was Keeper. I made him a long time ago. Yeah, I made a dragon when I was like 10. It was a good day.
Now that the aerial patrol has been removed, if you would like to approach the tower, you may make your stealth checks with advantage.
Hooray! I helped.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And it's only DC 12, so go ahead and everyone make a stealth check with advantage. The DC is 12.
That is a 21.
Lovely.
22.
Lovely.
13.
Ooh, lovely. So,
Good pass.
That's 23. I got a nat 20 thanks to the advantage. Thank you for that.
using the heavy forest canopy as cover, you quickly close the distance between your makeshift camp and Firefinger. Near the base of the spire, you find the body of an elf lying in the mud. Most of his limbs are broken. The rib cage is crushed, and broken twigs and torn leaves are stuck in what's left of his clothes. Further beyond him is a rickety-looking rope ladder mounted to the spire and leading about 20 feet up into a cave entrance.
Bulb's gonna fly. Oh,
Yep. So Bob, you're just gonna fly straight up the... You don't want to... You're gonna fly straight up?
yeah, straight up to the entrance, to the first
Yep.
level entrance.
Very well. So I will put... Alright, everyone else, what would you like to do down here?
Guess I'll follow Bulb.
Right?
Yep, so Ava, you're going to fly up with Bulb. So Bulb and Ava spread their wings and just fly right up into the cave opening, that leaving Bobbit, Sir Lucian, and Zinhorn behind.
Don't worry, we'll walk.
Pheasants.
There's some sort of medieval elevator or something on the back, so I don't want to walk.
Yeah.
I don't think you got a choice. I mean, I have a choice.
Where is the service in this place?
If you would like to climb, the ladder, I would require an athletics check.
Oh, hell no.
Is this-
So I'm assuming Bobbit still has one of the saving stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Bobbit probably still has her helicopter backpack.
Yeah, Bobbit looks at the ladder, looks at everyone else still on the ground, goes, just sort of shrugs and goes, enjoy the climb, guys, and then just activates the helicopter, the heli pack, and just flies up.
Yep.
Doing athletics checks. She's not built for that.
As you activate your helicopter backpack and the blade begins to whir, you fly up into the castle opening.
I love that.
And
There's like, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
this is like the first time I've used it since the ground. There's like a brief moment where it sort of struggles a bit, just sort of looked crossly and went, right, adjustments for later. It does still work, but it just takes a minute to get going.
as you fly up into the cave opening, you can't help but notice that at the foot of the spire, in addition to the elf, there is a second body, and a third, and a fourth, all scattered around the base of the spire, all of them looking disjointed and broken as if they were simply dropped from the top of the tower.
Neat.
This leaves Sir Lucian and Zinhorn. Sir Lucian, make an athletics check to climb the ladder.
Oh, show me the money! It is a... Oh, lucky number 9. No shit, so it's a 6. God damn it.
6 plus your
two
athletics skill. Yeah, plus your... What is your
Oh,
athletics skill?
strength, so that's 10.
10.
I got
Just-
a 17.
Just enough. Zinhorn and Sir Lucian scramble up the ladder, and as soon as you pull yourself into the cave opening, you hear a twang as the rope ladder snaps and falls down onto the jungle floor. And so here you are. Would you like to step into the cave?
Yes, please.
Well, we can't go back down now, so...
May as...
The buddies don't have anything on them, do they?
No, it appears that they were looted of all valuables and then dropped from the tower.
I'm gonna just look to our... So who's at the entrance with me?
Everyone's in the entrance now.
Alright, guys, this looks very foreboding.
You move into the cave opening. This cave appears to be unused by the Pterafolk. You can't see anything in the way of bedding or furniture or other signs of civilization. Indeed, the only prominent feature of this cavern is a 10-foot deep pit that separates where you are from a small chasm to the north that appears to lead further up the tower.
Oh, so nothing.
Can I see if I can see anything significant in the room, or look for traps?
Yep. Please make an investigation check.
We like traps.
Just a sec. Investigation. That is 17.
17? You do not see any traps or anything that looks like any civilized hand had anything to do with it. However, you notice beneath you, inside at the bottom of the 10-foot pit, large strands of what appear to be spiders' web.
Oh. Can I identify the kind of spiders by the webs?
You can attempt, although you can only see them from the top of the pit, so without climbing down into the pit to get a closer look, you'll have to make the check with disadvantage.
I could just produce flame and just immolate it all.
Why?
I don't know.
That's gonna give us away.
Sure.
Well, I've got a... what kind of check would I be doing?
Nature check with disadvantage.
Alright. Well, may as well. I'll see if I can see anything. 12.
Based on the thickness of the webbing that you can see, the webs appear to be from a very large spider. Thicker than most spiders you would see outside of Chult, which indicates it is not just a standard giant spider, but perhaps something like a tarantula.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do? I mean, Ava and Bulb can just fly over the pit, that's fine. But
So can I.
yeah, so could you. But everyone else will have to either jump across or shimmy around the side, or just jump down into the pit and then scramble up the other side.
How's everybody feeling?
Can we hear anything?
Make a perception check, please.
Can I make one as well?
Yeah, you can make one too.
That was a 6.
Fuck. I got a 6 as well. Hey!
Yeah. The cave is silent. Any sounds you can hear, not particularly notable to you. The drip of water, the rumbling of old rock, the sounds of Pterafolk screeching further up the tower.
I'm guessing it's too big for the others to jump over.
Oh, I mean, it's 10 feet. They could try, but it'll be hard.
Well, there's options. Either try and get across quickly and hope nothing's down there waiting for you, or try and jump and hope.
Could Bob fly and try to look through the other side, the cave on the other side, without actually going into the cave?
Yep. Bulb, I'd like you to make a stealth check with advantage, please, because you will be flying in the air, meaning anything down in the pit will have a hard time grabbing you or noticing you.
That is a nat 20. So 26 altogether.
Yep. You notice on the other side of the pit there appears to be a narrow rock chimney leading about 90 feet straight up.
Okay, now that I'm flying above the pit, do I get a better view down the pit, or no?
Yes, however, you can still see nothing moving in the pit.
Okay.
The bottom of the pit is shrouded in darkness and shadow, and all you can make out are strands of spider's web.
Can I fly back to the group, stay flying, ask them to move back, and while I'm... And then I'll go back to the mouth of the other cave and throw just like a pebble or something into the webbing to see if that triggers a creature.
What does the rest of the party think about this?
Because we can either try and trigger the creature to attack before you guys try and come across, or you can try and come across and then hope that you don't fail.
What about just triggering it? Does that mean we get advantage if we charge into him?
Are we gonna fight whatever's there?
I mean, it's inevitable. We're gonna fight.
Well, there are ways
we
to
could
not fight it. There are ways to not fight. If there is indeed something down there, you haven't actually seen any signs of movement. You've just seen some giant spider webs. You don't know if there is actually anything down there.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, you could, I guess, like Bob said before, you could burn the spider webs.
Yeah, I can just use produce flame and try and burn
So
them.
that at least gets rid of the difficult terrain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so everyone else can just can quickly move through.
Yeah.
And if this cave is how I think it is, all the smoke will actually go up to the hole leading up to 2, so it will stay inside the cave for a little bit.
Yes, and if there's anyone up into, they'll see the smoke, which would possibly alert them, but they'd also disorient them and possibly blind them.
Cool.
I wouldn't imagine there would be that much smoke from webs, but okay.
Yeah, but if it all goes up through like one small hole, then
Yeah.
it'll build up very quickly.
If there was smoke. Anyway,
Anyway, if there wasn't that much
We
smoke,
won't.
then we don't really have much chance of alerting anybody anyway then.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go.
Alright. So you'd like to produce flame?
Yeah, I'll produce flame and chuck it down into the
Yep.
hole.
As your
Making
flame
sure that everyone is away from the edge.
away from the edge. So everyone would like to move away from the edge.
Yeah.
Very well.
I don't like the way that you said that, because it makes it sound like the spiders are on the back wall.
Well, you never know. But
You just put that idea in his head.
you produce
No.
flame.
Wisdom.
You
I'm
produce.
gonna fly.
You're gonna fly up in
Yeah,
the air.
same.
That's fair.
Same.
You produce flame and send it down into the pit. The webs immediately are engulfed in flames, and a plume of smoke begins to rise up through the chimney above you to the upper level. And as the flames burn, you see something moving underneath the webs, and you hear a terrible screeching. Ow! Your produced flame has killed whatever is directly under the webs, but
Huh.
also the heat and sound prompts several things nesting in hairline crevasses in the cave walls to emerge. 2 giant tarantulas and 3 spider swarms.
Little bitch.
Everyone.
Hooray.
However, you did take out the other 2 spider swarms that were under the web. So, everyone, please roll for initiative.
Win some, lose some, and that's a 10.
That's a 14.
16.
Is
Yeah,
a
still,
12.
12.
technically better than your efforts from last time.
And how did Sir Lucian go on his initiative?
An 8.
8. Okay. The spiders will be going first in that case. Giant Tarantula 1 scrambles up the side of the pit towards Bulb and attempts to bite him.
With disadvantage.
Well, it's scrambling. Yeah. Well, he's not flying. You're still flying, aren't you, Bulb?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
you are? Yep. Okay. And as it crawls out of the pit and lands underneath you. It begins to shake its body, shedding its hairs into the air above it, and they begin to float like spores. Please make a con save, Bold.
Bitch. That's a 14.
14, you are lucky. You fly up high enough and block your mouth and nose to stop the hairs from being inhaled, and you are not poisoned. Giant Tarantula 2 scrambles out of the pit and attempts to bite Sir Lucian. And it rolls an 18 to hit. Sir Lucian raises his shield as the spider launches its body towards him. Spider Swarm 2 moves through the gap between Veska and Ava and attempts to bite Ava.
Does it get an attack of opportunity from Veska?
Yes, it does. She swings at it with her short sword and she hits it, dealing 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then the swarm of spiders attempts to bite Ava, and that is a 13 to hit.
So that's a miss.
Yep. So Ava, you brush them off your body as they try to bite you.
And go.
Spider Swarm 1 moves through a hairline crack in the cave face and pops out on the other side, flanking Ava.
Rude.
And it rolls.
And they're also going with disadvantage.
Yes, well, just normal roll in this case because it's got you flanked. That is a 21 to hit, and you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Spider Swarm 3 attempts to bite Zinhorn, and that is a 5 to hit. Zinhorn, you jump backwards and brush the couple of spiders that latch onto your body off you. It is now Veska's turn. She casts Ray of Frost at Giant Tarantula. Actually, she can't see that. At Spider Swarm 1, and she nat ones. Wonderful. It is now Ava's turn.
Okay, now that I can see them, would I be able to determine what they are and whether they're resistant to poison?
Yes, you may make a nature check with advantage.
Alright, that is an 18.
You determine that the swarms of spiders are normal tarantulas, and the giant spiders are giant tarantulas. They're not known for being particularly venomous, and therefore will take normal damage from poison.
Okay, cool. I will cover my +1 short sword in poison.
Yep.
Which would be a bonus action.
Bonus action. And is that a basic poison?
Yeah, it's just a 1d4.
Yes, 1d4, yep.
Which I'm just gonna write so I don't forget. Okay, and I'm going to hit Spider Swarm 2.
Yep, go ahead, roll to hit.
That is a 16.
That's a hit, roll for damage.
Alrighty, so that is 6. Do they take psychic damage?
They do take psychic damage.
So that's another 3. And then
plus your poison.
My poison, which is a d4. And that's another 3.
You seem to have scattered about half of the swarm from that attack. Would you like to go in for another?
Now I'll hit them with my second attack.
Yep, go ahead. Roll to hit.
That is 13 plus 8.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
That's 6.
Plus your 1d4 from your poison.
That was a 4.
The rest of the spiders scatter into various cracks and crevices. The swarm is dispersed. It is now Bulb's turn.
Bulb is going to look at Giant Tarantula Run and cast Burning Hands on it.
Ooh, lovely. Giant Tarantula 1 makes a dex save. And that is a 7.
That's a fail. And that is 3d6.
Burn them all.
That is 10, 11 damage.
It chitters in rage as you splash flames at it and it rears back.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do nothing.
Yep, just stay there.
I'll stay here.
Well, it is now Zinhorn's turn.
Zinhorn is going to cast Flame Blade
Yep,
as the bonus action. And then using said Flame Blade, swing for Swarm 3.
yep, go ahead, roll to hit it.
That's the right dice there. That is 23.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit. Roll for damage.
And you as well. That is 12 points of damage.
Ooh, about half of the swarm disperses and skitters out through the mouth of the cave. It is now Alisander's turn.
Okay, well, I might as well see if I can get rid of... I might jump on that other spider, the same spider swarm, and see if I can help get rid of it.
Alright, go ahead.
So, pistol, and since I'm flying, that negates the disadvantage.
Yes, so it's
right?
just a normal check. Yep.
Alright, plus 8, that's... yeah, it's only normal. That's 13.
13, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, can go. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. And the rest of the spiders scurry out of the cave in fright.
Hooray! I'm helping.
It is now Sir Lucian's turn.
Oakley dokley. I don't think that's what Silician says, but can I get him to go swing at Spider Swarm 1?
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Alright. They stay the hell out of it. Alright, that is a 13.
A 13, that is a hit. Roll for damage.
Beautiful. Man, that's my D10. Alright, beautifuls. Alright. That is 4 points damage.
Ooh, lovely. Would you like
Wait,
to make a
what,
second attack?
Do I add my strength modifier to the points?
Yeah, to the damage, yeah, you do. So it's 8.
Shooters,
8
8
altogether.
points.
Yep. Would you like to make
Beautiful.
a second attack?
Yes, please. And oh my god, now I've just lost my dice like that. Okay. That is 18. Yep, hit. And
10 points of
swing.
strength.
Another 8 points in total. So
Ooh,
16.
Yep. You slash your sword at the swarm of spiders, and some of them disperse into the cracks, leaving about half of them. It is the enemy's turn. Giant Tarantula 2 uses its bonus action to begin to shake its body, sending its hairs into the air. I would like Sir Lucian, Alisander, and Ava to please make con saves.
Ow.
Alright, here we go.
15.
Oh, 22.
Not nat 20.
On that 20, and how did Alisander go?
15.
15. You all cover your mouths and noses to prevent you from inhaling any of the poisonous hairs. Then the giant tarantula makes an attack at Sir Lucian. And it rolls a 22 to hit, so that is a bite. Sir Lucian, you take 13 points of piercing damage. And you must now make a con save.
Alrighty, that is 14 altogether.
14,
Poison
you
modifier.
take no poison damage from its venom. You are fine.
So taking totals 13.
Yeah, just 13. Giant Tarantula 1 attempts to bite Bulb. And Bulb, that is a 17 to hit.
That just hits, I believe. That,
You take-
yeah, it's one above, yep.
Yep, you take 11 points of piercing damage, and you must make a con save, please.
Fuck you, your con saves, jeez. 6.
Just a day for it.
6. You are now poisoned.
Woo!
You take no additional damage, but you are now poisoned as it injects its venom into your body with its huge fangs. Spider Swarm 1 attacks Alisander, and that is a 22 to hit, but luckily half of the swarm is gone, so you only take 6 points of piercing damage.
Yay!
It is
Nothing.
now Ava's turn.
I'm going to attack Spider Swarm 1.
Yep.
I'm still flying.
You're still flying, yep,
And
and
I'm
your
not
weapon is
flying
still
anymore.
poisoned.
So, got into image. So that's 16 plus 8.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah. So that is 4 plus 5.
Yep. 4 plus 5. The rest of the tarantulas scurry away.
Okay. Alright, then I'll move
Move
up
up to-
and
Yep.
yeah, I'll fly over it for Tarantula 2.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll to hit him.
Yeah, that's 14 plus 7.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
That is 9.
9 points of damage. Not bad. You
Yeah.
lop off one of
Plus-
his front legs.
Yeah, plus 1d4 for psychic damage,
Yep.
which is 4, and
4.
1d4 for poison damage.
Yep. And your final
is
attack.
2.
Yeah, which is 2. And your final attack.
Yeah. That's 12.
12. Unfortunately, that does not hit. The giant tarantula jumps out of the way. It is now Veska's turn. She runs around, flanking giant tarantula 2, and rolls with advantage with her short sword, and rolls 11, and fails to hit him. It is now Bulb's turn.
I am going to first mark off that I actually used the first level spell slot. And then I'm going to... Can I cast Produce Flame on my staff and hit it?
Yes, you can do that.
Can I hit it as a two-handed weapon?
Yes. So
Yes.
I'll let you use your bonus action to cast Produce Flame on your staff, and then you attack.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Damn it, that's 10.
10.
I
Yep.
was kind of banking on hitting.
Unfortunately, the tarantula chitters as it ducks underneath your staff. It is now Zinhorn's turn.
Am I able to get up next to Tarantula 2?
Yep.
Or is it too many people?
You could squeeze past Sir Lucian and be right under Ava, like so.
Yep, okay, and then I will swing my flame blade since I've still got it up.
Yep.
Let's go with that dice. That is a 17 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
That is 11 points of damage.
You strike the giant tarantula and your blow knocks it onto its back. It twitches once and stops moving. It is now Alessander's turn.
Okay, I believe I can hit Giant Torrential 1 from
You
back
can,
here.
indeed.
And just because I'm feeling frisky, we'll throw a fireball in there just as well. And it's a 21.
That's a hit. Roll for damage and add the fire bullet.
Okay, that's... okay, so that's 9 points of regular damage, and then... I don't add the extra bonus for fire damage, I just roll a d10 whenever I add to it, right?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
So okay, so that's an extra 7 points of fire damage on top of what I just said.
The giant tarantula is knocked down into the pit, takes an additional 6 points of damage, and dies.
Oh, neat. I didn't even mean to do that last one.
That is the end of combat for now. I mean, that's the end of combat in this area, anyway. I suppose Bobbert and Ava will just fly over the pit.
Mm-hmm. Just hear Bob muttering to herself the entire way over. Why did they shed? Spiders shed? That's no.
And now that the webs have been burnt, Zinhorn and Sir Lucian are able to just jump down into the pit and scramble out the other side without requiring a dice roll. Meaning you are now all underneath the stone chimney that seems to lead up about 90 feet straight up into the tower. Plumes of smoke from the burning webs still blotting out anything you can see up the top.
Alright, hold up. Would prestidigitation be able to put out that fire just so the smoke would stop for us to go any further?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, it says instantly light or stuff and a candle, torch, or a small campfire. But this can is like a...
Yeah, so would you like to just snuff out the embers of the burning webs?
Yeah.
Yep.
If only if it makes it a little bit easier for us to climb up.
You wave your hands and cast prestidigitation, and the burning webs stop. And you wait a few minutes and see the smoke starting to clear away.
Lovely.
So Bulbaver and Veska can just fly straight. Bulbaver and Bobbert can just fly straight up if they like.
Can we do so stealthily?
Yeah. If you would like to do so stealthily, you may make stealth checks as you climb up. As you fly up.
No stealth makes on a disadvantage.
Well, you're
I'm not technically walking, so...
Yeah, but I assume your armor would still... Plus, you've got the sound of your helicopter blade, so yeah, you'll be doing with disadvantage.
I rolled an 8 for my stuff.
An 8.
That would have been a net 20, but no, it's 14 plus 3. It's like
I rolled a 17.
The three of you are making... The three of you are making good progress up with Bobbert's helicopter blade acting as a fan to blow out the remaining smoke. And you're about halfway up before Bulb accidentally stubs the edge of his wing on the side of the tunnel and loudly shouts, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" His voice echoing loudly up through the chimney. But luckily, when the three of you emerge on the other side of the chimney, you find no one waiting for you and emerge into another empty cave.
Cool.
I'd like to see what my eagle eyes see.
Okay, well first we've got to deal with Zinhorn and Sir Lucian getting up.
Yeah.
So, how would you guys like to climb up this very narrow, very long hole? It will require either, to just climb it normally, a DC 12 athletics check, or you may think of some other solution to aid you.
Is Ava big enough to pull us up one by one?
No.
No, I think she's one of the shorter ones in the group.
Yeah,
I've got 3.
The
Well,
only
if
one
Anger's
she
flying
used
up-
to be able to airlift was Bobbit, but Bobbit's fully grown now, so
Yep.
Do we have a rope?
yeah, you got a rope. If you would
Ooh.
like to use the rope to secure a counterweight, that will allow you to make the athletics check with advantage.
Oh, that would.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Can we do that?
Yep. So you
All in?
Yep. So you and Zinhorn attach the rope to yourselves, acting as each other's
Drop
counterweights.
a rope down.
Yep.
Do you want us to make
Alright.
And then both of you please make athletics checks with advantage, and the DC is 12.
That's a 15.
15.
Oh, that's 11.
11, even with your skill.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics. Strength, yeah, well, that would be a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass. So you both squeeze through the narrow hole. It takes about 20 minutes for you to slowly make your way up the entire 90 feet chute, using each other as counterweights. Then you scramble out into the cave with the other three. Ava, you wanted to investigate this area. Please make an investigate check.
That is 18.
This cave, like the one below, appears to be unused by the Pterafolk, and is just another passage leading further up into the tunnel. There is nothing of note, however you notice in the thin layer of dirt and dust that covers the floor are tiny little pinpricks that tracks indicating that something has run through here at some point, and the tracks are leading into a small alcove to the north.
Can I determine what the tracks are?
Yes, make a survival check, please.
Can I help her if she points it out
Yes.
to me?
Yeah, I was
I pointed out to you.
Yep, so I give her the help action.
Alright, that's 15.
15. Based on their size, based on their size and the spacing between them, they appear to be insect tracks. Likely from more spiders.
Okay. I can't see any around.
No. However, the passageway you were in does branch off. The tracks head into a small alcove to the north. However, you can also see a passageway leading out to the south to another cave mouth that appears to lead outside onto the precipice of the tower.
I will relay the information. What do you wish to do with this info?
Sneak past the alcove.
Yep.
So we want to try and stealth
Yep,
past?
so if you'd like to
Yeah.
sneak past, I'd like all of you to make stealth checks, please. Alessander and Sir Lucian with disadvantage on theirs.
I'll be walking. Will this be a stealth based on sound?
Yes, so you may make
Yep.
yours with advantage, because you were going to be walking past.
I got 22.
11.
Oh god, I got a 16 and a 15. Jesus Christ. So 16.
natural 20.
Okay. Luckily, despite Alessander and Sir Lucian's creaky armor, you manage to make it past the alcove, and as you peek through it, you notice the floor and walls are almost entirely covered in yet more webbing. Continuing, you sneak to the south and emerge once more into the sunlight as you find yourself on the precipice, looping around the side of the rock tower, the jungle canopy stretching out below you as far as the eye can see. Now, normally, there was going to be 8 Pterafolk and a Periton circling here in patrol mode, but thanks to Alessandra's quick thinking before, the aerial patrol is currently occupied, and you are able to make your way across the precipice to another ladder leading up to the next level.
Bob will fly up.
Very well. Clinging to the west face of the rock spire is a ledge, above which is a ladder leading to the next level. As you approach, I would like someone to roll a d6.
I guess I will. I'm gonna
Yep.
fly up first. 3.
3. There is a sudden gust of wind that seemingly picks up out of nowhere. It buffets all of you as you shimmy across the precipice, hugging the sides of the spire, and threatens to blow you off the ledge. I need all of you to please make dex saves.
Save.
And Zinhorn and Sir Lucian can make theirs with advantage because they're secured by ropes still.
I don't need advantage. That was a natural 20.
Yep.
19.
19.
12.
Alrighty.
21.
That is an 8. Plus
8.
4, 12. What's the DC area?
Luckily, the DC is 9, but you're rolling with advantage because you're secured
thank
with
God.
ropes. So did you roll twice?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I would have failed if I rolled twice. That was
Alright.
a 5. The first one was 8.
Alright. So
Are
Lucian
you
isn't...
adding your dex?
Yeah, but his dex is -1, so...
Oh.
So, was 0, I think,
yeah.
because I'm back
Yeah.
at 10.
So everyone else hugs the side of the spire, but Sir Lucian is not quick enough, and the wind buffets him, knocking him off the edge of the spire. Zinhorn, you need to make a strength save, as still being secured by rope to Sir Lucian, him falling off begins to pull you off the edge as well.
Oh, no. Sorry, guys.
That is strength save is a 19.
19. You steel yourself and pull your strength, allowing the rope holding Sir Lucian to stop him from falling off the spire entirely. And you just hear him shout, "Ouch!" as he dangles off the cliff and slams into the side of it, taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Then, you place both hands on the rope, and with a grunt of strength, pull him back up and help him onto the ledge. And then, you climb the ladder up to level 3.
How long have we been climbing this for by now?
About an hour by now. About
Okay.
nearly 2 hours. Because it took them about half an hour to get through the chimney there.
Oh, at that point, yeah, my helicopter is pretty much done at this point now.
Yep, so you'll just have to climb the ladder normally.
Unfortunately.
Ava and Bulb fly right up, but Zinhorn, Sir Lucian, and Alessandra will need to make athletics checks to climb up the rope ladder up to level 3.
Athletics. Oh shit, that's actually never mind. That's a net 20. Fucking.
30
Okay.
20 for me.
Yep. Sir Lucian.
14.
Lovely.
18.
Lovely. You scramble up onto the cliff and you shudder as you look around and realize you are about 240 feet above the ground. The wind buffets you, and as you step towards another cave mouth, you can't help but feel as if any wrong step will send you plummeting to your death. Would you like to enter the mouth of the cave?
Can I stealth in to see what I see?
Yep, make a stealth check with advantage if you're on foot.
Yeah. That's an 18.
An 18. Very well. You move into the mouth of the cave, and inside, you see that the Pterafolk have constructed a traditional nest that is sheltered here from the wind and the rain. The sides of this cavern are lined with hammocks and leather bags containing personal effects and provisions for the tribe. The cavern continues on to the east and then breaks off into a small alcove. There is also a larger cavern to the south, and you can see flickering light emanating from this room, almost as if somebody has a campfire going in there.
I'm not good enough at stealth to try and look in there. I go back and report what I've seen to the rest.
Quick question. While he's off scouting, can I roll to see if I can try and map out some of the area while we're up here?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe just like a mental thing to do it for later.
Yep, make a check with your cartographer's tools, please.
It's a 13.
13, you do memorize enough of the surrounding geography that when you have time to sit down, you should be able to sketch out a fairly decent map of at least the surrounding area, and may be able to find a couple locations of note when you have a chance to study it.
That's right. Alexander can do cartography.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what that word is, but, you know, what else is new for her?
Can Bob look around and see if there's any, like, small spider webs, just, like, on the wall, like, on the bottom of the walls and stuff? Just,
Yep, make
are spiders in this cave?
Make
Like-
an investigation check, please.
Ooh, that's actually a decent roll. Yeah, I just want to know if spiders are, like, present in this cave just normally, and that is intelligence. That's a 20, not natural.
You notice that the walls and floors of this level of the cave appear to be surprisingly clean.
Okay.
Also, the cracks that run along the bottom of the cliff faces are covered with pieces of fabric and leather. It's almost as if the inhabitants are securing this area from the intrusion of insects.
Okay, so becoming a spider and scouting ahead as a spider is a no-go. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Lucky you mentioned it.
Yeah, at least I checked for spider webs before just becoming a spider.
Yeah.
As my first thought was.
There's been a lot of thoughts about becoming a spider so far.
Yeah. Okay, so which one has the light coming? It's this one that has the light coming out of
that
it?
one has the flickering light emanating from it.
So the hammocks and all that are in this?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Well, my thoughts are that the mask is either going to be in this room or
further
up
up.
top.
Yep.
Or on the very top level.
So what
Uh,
gamble would you guys like to make?
I mean, if they're definitely collecting stuff here, this would logically make the most sense.
Hmm.
Do we want to check here first before we go up?
Entirely up to you.
Well, we've got to go past that room anyway to get further up.
yeah.
That is correct.
Guys, do you think that if I were to stealth past and just look into the room, and you guys were
Investigation.
Would
well, no, it's not really investigation, more perception to see what way the people are facing in there, or if they can have a clear line of sight on us. And if I get seen, then I just quickly break into a sprint. But you guys are back here ready to hit whoever comes
Yeah, as they
out
come
of the
out.
cave.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
So either I successfully get past, and I can relay to you what I saw, so to see if you can safely get past, or I get caught out and whoever comes out gets surprised by you guys.
Fair
I
enough.
like it.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alright, make a stealth check with advantage, please,
I
Bob.
will be walking, because... oh, that's a 16.
16. You stealthily move past the room, making sure to peek through the alcove as you walk past. And inside, you see 6 Pterafolk, all with their backs turned to you as they gather around a large bonfire where a short humanoid figure is currently roasting on a slowly turning spit.
Oh.
Yay!
Oh. I wish you hadn't said that they were roasting somebody.
Why?
Don't worry, I'm
Bob's
dying of
first-
flesh anyway. I know what it smells like.
Bob's first reaction would be to then attack these Pterafolk. But he's going to resist that and...
You do immediately recognize that the person is almost certainly dead.
Yeah. Because of that, Bob is going to go back and tell everyone. Because these Pterafolk have their back, I feel like I can probably turn around.
You could probably turn around and just sneak back.
Yeah, I would like to sneak back and tell them that the Pterafolk all have their backs turned, but they are currently eating a humanoid.
Hmm. Sad, but unsurprising. There are far worse things out here.
Do we want to just try and sneak past them?
That seems like a good idea if you're pretty certain that the thing you're looking for is not in that room, and considering it's where they're roasting something, it's unlikely it's where they store treasure. It seems to be an
Yeah.
eating room.
Yeah, I can try. Just obviously remember if
Yep.
they'll come after us anyway.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, what I'm going to do then, if we are going to stealth past, Bulb would like to go first, and if he's not seen, he would like to take up position so that he can ready reaction to cast a spell if anyone is detected.
Good idea. So, Bulb, you will make a stealth check on your own to go first, once again with advantage because of your boots.
Yeah. That's a lot better. That's a 25.
Yep. Once again, you sneak deftly past the room, chancing another glance in the room and watching briefly as the Pterafolk squabble and fight over bits of charred meat that they are just now cutting off the humanoid's corpse.
If Bulb is standing here keeping overwatch, would a burning hands hit all of them?
Yes. From there,
Okay, so
yes.
Bulb is standing watch here,
Yep.
because he hasn't made a sound, so he's just standing there.
If everyone else is ready to sneak, please make stealth checks. Sir Lucian and Alessander with disadvantage as usual.
19.
Oh,
Nat 20.
Oh, no.
I don't like that. But that 20, great.
I rolled an 18 and then a 1.
Oh.
Okay. It rests on Sir Lucian.
Clearly, I made a very loud gasp. The bus and started human being roasted alive.
Can you start queuing up that banana for me? Because guess what my lowest was?
Oh, two nat ones.
Two nat ones.
Okay,
I
well,
just,
good
just
thing
got
I
one
have
that one, not two.
No,
All
I
right.
rolled 1 as 1.
Alright, well, I've
Oh,
got a...
Bobber's gonna slip his own banana. Oh, God.
I'll see what happens first, champ. Before
You
start getting
continue sneaking past, and Zinhorn and Ava make it past without much trouble. But then, Sir Lucian moves ahead, and his foot steps on a discarded banana peel. This one, coincidentally, having been tossed aside by the Pterafolk, not by the mysterious assailant. And as he stumbles forwards, he reaches out with his hand, jostling Alessander in the back, and both of them trip over with a loud clang, immediately alerting all of the Pterafolk within the alerting all of the Pterafolk within the room. I would like everybody
Does
to.
that-
It
sorry,
will,
does that
but we're going to
trigger my
roll.
reaction. Okay.
It will, but first we're going to roll for initiative.
Fuck off. I got a 4 for initiative. I rolled on that one.
Well, we're just looking at the playing guitar in the background.
It's just M1.
No. Sorry, I thought I muted myself. My apologies, guys.
Well, this is great. My stealth sucked, but my initiative is a non-nat 20. I'm just glaring at bloody him going, is this how you live your entire life?
Got a fucking tree.
3.
Beautiful.
Wow. Zinhorn and Ava.
Oh, I don't need one dice pot anymore.
25.
Ooh, 25. Good.
Wow.
Okay.
Zinhorn was ready for something to go wrong, apparently.
Well, that's okay.
As the 6 Pterafolk screech in alarm and reach for their weapons, Bulb, you hold out your hands and cast Burning Hands. And I will
Third
roll
level.
that 3rd level, and I will roll for the Pterafolk. That is a 3, a 9, and a 3, a 9, a 5, a 7, a 4, and a 6. So all failed.
Mess them up, boy. Mess them up.
Okay. Ow, Missy! Give me 2 seconds to put Missy out. Sorry.
Oh dear. Look, the
We're
devil's
getting
also
fried
excited.
terabird.
Yay! Come as
Kentucky
a
fried
bitch.
terabird.
I was gonna say,
Terabird.
boy howdy, isn't Connor a bitch?
Time for prehistoric chicken.
Delicious.
Did you order?
Okay, so that's 5d6.
What, the original recipe or extra crispy?
Okay, that is a lot of 4s. 4, 8, 12, 17, 18, 19 damage.
Ooh! Your flame surges through into the tiny cabin, catching several hammocks and leather bags alight, and all 6 of the Pterafolk screech in pain as they're buffeted by flames, and all of them look severely hurt. It is now Zinhorn's turn.
Well, I think it's time. Well, we've heated them up. Now it's time to cool them down a little bit. Let's go with an ice knife.
Yep.
Ooh.
So you move into range with the ice knife, and I suppose you're going to fire it at 3 and 4 because they're centrally located.
Yes.
Okay, let's make a dex save, and that is a 2 because it was a nat 1.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
that's
They
all
were
well and good,
clearly
except
full
it's-
from their
it's-
food.
It's a roll, so that's
yeah,
an
roll.
18 for my
Oh,
18
yes.
for my roll anyway. So
Yep, well that's a hit. 18's a hit.
that's a d12. That's a d10 there. And that is ice knife is 7 points of damage.
Pterafolk 4 shrieks as your ice knife slams into its throat. It gurgles and falls down, leaving 5 Pterafolk in the room.
Hooray.
It
And do
is.
the other ones nearby?
Yep, each take 5, I believe. They open their mouths and roar "Ah!" in pain, but none of them go down. However, they are looking fairly close to death. It is the enemy's turn. Staying where they are, all 5 of them hurl their javelins at Zinhorn.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
how
no.
are you popular?
So that is an 8, a 10, a 23, an 18, and a 6. So 2 hits altogether. So Zinhorn, you take 9 points of piercing damage plus 11 points of piercing damage. So 20 altogether.
You just see Bulb's hands go from flames to just healing aura. It's
Then,
just getting
with,
ready to heal Zinhorn.
Then, with their second multi-attack, they reach for their other javelin and hurl them all at Bulb.
Oh, shit.
Right, so one hand for me, one hand for you.
I'll hold my hand up to you, you hold yours up to me.
Alright, healing circle, everybody. Together, hands in a circle, folks.
So that is a 6, a 9, a nat 20, an 18, and a 16. Okay, so then...
Three of those hit, but I'm going to use my master armor to nullify the nat 20.
nullify the crit. Okay, so you're
three normal hits.
taking all together. So first, from the first hit, 12 points of piercing damage.
Oh, fuck.
From the second, 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
From the third, 15 points of piercing damage.
I'm down and making death saves.
Make a death save, please.
Ah, that was a nat 1.
Oh! Oh! Ava, your turn.
Ah!
Oh wait, no, it's Alice. It's Alisander's turn.
Yeah,
Yep,
I go.
Alisander's
Okay,
up.
well, time for, well, I was going to attack some of these, but I think Spare the Dying might be a little bit more beneficial at this point. So, yeah. Bob's just going to walk over and still with a very furrowed and slightly disappointed expression going, this just has not been your week, has it? And just like pops him on the head.
Very well. Now it's Ava's turn.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds
On Bulb.
Bulb.
Yep.
What do I do for that?
1d8 per spell level plus your wisdom mod.
Alright. Where's my D8? So that was 3, 4, so 7 plus 4, 11.
11.
So he gets 11 health.
11 health, yep. It's Veska's turn. She squeezes into the gap, stands behind Zinhorn, and fires a magic missile at Pterafolk 1, 2, and 3. And they each take 5 points of damage and go down screaming.
Damn.
It is now Bulb's turn.
I believe he said he'd be right.
Yep, so we'll go Sir Lucian then.
Alrighty.
So there are two
so it's just the
Pterafolk
Pterafolk.
left. 5 and 6 left.
Alright.
And they're both looking
I'm gonna
quite
throw
hurt.
my throwing axe at it.
Alright, so you move into range, stand in front of Zinhorn, and hurl your throwing axe. Go ahead, roll to hit.
That is a 15.
That is a hit, roll for damage.
It's a D8 or a D?
It's a D8 for your
Yeah,
hand
D6.
axe. D6, yeah, plus your strength mod.
Alright. Alright, let's do this. That is a 6. Beautiful.
6.
Plus
You
4.
bury your
10.
axe in the head of Pterafolk 6, leaving only number 5. Would you like to hurl another axe?
I'm gonna throw another axe like this.
Go ahead.
Magically never-ending amount of axes.
Roll to hit.
That is a hit. That's a 17.
Yep, roll for damage.
Oh, that's 5. Beautiful. 9 points of damage.
And as Pterafolk
Plus-
5, yep, plus your, yeah, so, wow, that's 13. So as Pterafolk 5 reaches for another javelin, you hurl your hand axe at him, it strikes him in the torso, he gurgles once and then falls over, landing face first in the fire.
I killed something. I killed something.
Luckily, Pterafolk are quite easy to kill, but they are deadly accurate with those javelins.
Yeah,
They are.
noted.
And I am
Cool,
back.
noted.
Did I
Yep.
get
You
revived?
got
or...
Yeah,
11 health
You
back.
got 11
11
health
health?
from Ava.
Thank you. As I wake up, I go, that one wasn't my fault.
Yeah, that wasn't your fault.
Yeah, Bobbit still just has her arms crossed, looks at you and just shrugs. It's like, yeah.
So would you like to search the room that they were in, or would you just like to move on?
May as well search it.
Yep.
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yep.
Probably at a second level, because I'm probably going to need 2. I'm probably going to need health back. So that's 2d8. That's decent. That's 12 plus my mod. 16 health. Good.
Very well. Ava, please make an investigation check.
7. Awesome.
That is 13.
13. You search the small room. This appears to be some sort of mess hall or dining area. There are old bones and scraps of rotten meat littering the floor. There are leather pouches decorating the walls, and when you open one of them, you're buffeted with the smell of meat that is long past its use-by date. The corpse that is currently roasting above the fire appears to have once been a halfling.
Oh.
Aside from that, there is nothing of use in the room, and the mask you are looking for is definitely not here.
Okay.
Well, onwards and upwards.
You move into the alcove at the end of the passage and find another rock chimney leading about 50 feet up. However, this one contains plenty of handholds along the sides, perhaps used as a regular means of ingress for the residents here. As such, climbing it will require only a DC 8 athletics check.
I will fly.
Oh, God damn it.
I'll fly.
11.
He gave me a 10 and I somehow managed to limbo under the bar with a 5, so I'm clearly... Why did I even be told? I didn't even get hurt in that fight yet. I just... No, I don't want to... I used up all my energy climbing up the last one.
Alright, we'll let Zinhorn and Sir Lucian roll theirs first before I describe what
Yeah.
happens.
Got an 11.
11, you make it up using the handholds to scramble quickly up through the chimney, and Sir Lucian, athletics check
Alright.
please.
That is a 14.
14, and Sir Lucian, you follow up behind Zinhorn, merging at the top with the others. Then it's Bobbit's turn. Bobbit gets about halfway up, and then when she places her hand on a handhold, there's a sickening crack, and the handhold snaps off, and Bobbit tumbles back down through the chimney, taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
And there's the mental age of Bobbit showing through again.
Yeah.
If you get that hole, it's like, I wonder how she's going to take this. You just, that's all you can hear at the bottom is just...
Can I shout down to Bobbit?
Yeah, are
What
you
do you mean
okay?
there's no squishy banana to land on?
Something about bananas.
He said,
Yeah, I did
he
that
said
one.
what? He said, try to land on the banana peels.
It happens to me when I fail, it happens a lot. He's still not alert to what's happening.
Yeah, Bobbit's just down there going, build things and so I don't have to climb. This is dumb.
But you manage to pick yourself up, brush the dust and dirt off the front of your armor, and then, much more carefully this time, climb up through the chimney, emerging on the pinnacle of Firefinger.
Yay.
Oh, lovely.
The spire's pinnacle is flat and roughly 40 feet square in area. The edges are crumbling away. It wouldn't be safe to stand too close to any of them. Vines and low brush grow in profusion. Bones and scraps of meat from dozens of creatures are scattered everywhere. A crumbling stone tower rises another 30 feet above the northern corner of the platform. A roaring flame floats in the air, hovering above the tower. Tumbled debris from the tower is heaped near its foundation. 3 humanoid creatures with needle-like beaks and leathery wings are worrying the last shreds of flesh from well-chewed bones near an open doorway into the base of the tower. They do not yet appear to have noticed all climbing out of the hole.
Good question. Can these guys actually fly?
They can. Well, it appears they can. They have wings that seem capable of flight.
Well, that's a shame. I was about to suggest did anyone have anything we could use to like just straight up push them off, but they can fly. That seems kind of a moot point.
In fact, based on the broken bodies at the very base of the spire, you would imagine that one of their favourite strategies is to pick people up and drop them off the side of the tower.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
That's not good.
I probably should have saved my helicopter for this.
If they drop you off the tower, that's 30d6 damage you
Yeah, we
take.
die. Basically, we die. There's
Yeah.
no question on that one. It's
Let me
death.
take them by surprise.
Yep. If you'd like to attack straight away, you'll get a surprise round. Or you could attempt to maybe parley with them. There's only 3 of them after all, and their aerial support is still off chasing Keeper.
Yeah, but we did just kill 6 of them.
That is true.
I don't know that.
They don't know that. That is true. That is also true. I have a way of helping if we attack, but also Bulb is actually against parlaying, but will parlay if need be.
Okay, yep, so Bulb's just brandishing his weapon, raring to launch into battle.
We know for a fact they're not really interested in that sort of thing. I mean, there's no shame in trying. It just depends on how we want to go about this. Do we just want to get them by surprise and then deal with it, or do we want to try and... That being said, I suppose if they realise that we're the ones that set the dragon on them, they'd probably be very quick to go... No,
They're also xenophobic.
Yeah.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only means of parlay that would likely work is if you were just able to intimidate them. Basically, give us the mask and we'll let you live and we'll be on our way.
Aww.
They're certainly not prepared for you because you've actually done very well infiltrating the tower, so...
I'm also just taking it by surprise personally. I don't think there's going to be much else we can do here.
Yep.
That's my way of seeing it. But yeah.
Yeah, it was my suggestion.
Alright, so basically all in
That's what I
agreement of
wanted
just
to.
attacking them. Very well,
Yeah.
please roll for initiative.
A lot better, that's a nat 20, so that's 23.
21.
17.
17.
That is a 27.
Ooh, and finally Sir Lucian.
Ain't that 20 plus 7?
He's nice.
So Lucian with a 6.
6. Okay, well, it's better than nothing. Okay, and I will get the music and we will let the onslaught begin.
On the bright side, I just realized if in the off chance that someone gets thrown over the side, I do have a spell that would help.
Yeah, hopefully Featherfall.
It's
Yes,
legitimately
I-
this situation why I wanted to take a level 1 sorcerer ages ago.
Yep.
I have Featherfall.
Okay, so you each get a surprise round. So, Zinhorn, you're up first.
Murder.
Just double checking my features. Okay, it is as a bonus action. Alright, so what I would like to do, first and foremost, I am going to...
Oh, I'm just going to add your tokens to the map first of all, but you can say what you'd like to do.
Gonna start off with... Gonna go big and go Ice Knife level 3.
Ooh. On Pterafolk 2, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Alright, roll to hit him.
Because yeah, normally it's level 1, so that means it'll be 3. Okay. So if I get the right dice, that is a 12 plus 7 is 19.
19. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
So it goes cold damp. Here's by 1. That is 5 points of damage.
Yep.
Plus 3, 2, 3, 4, d6 of cold. 13. So, what did I say? It was 18 points of damage?
The ice knife slams into Pterafolk 2, startling him, and then all 3 of them scramble for their weapons. And then the 2 beside him each take 5 points of damage as the icicle shatters.
They take 13 points of damage.
Each? Yep. Very well. They're looking quite hurt as they scramble for their weapons to fight back.
And then, as a bonus action, I am going to transform into giant eagle form.
Ah, lovely. Rah! You spread your wings, which easily meet the same wingspan as them. It is now Bulb's turn.
Bulb casts conjure animals.
Yep.
And he's going to conjure 8 panthers.
There you go.
And I'll let you know where they start.
Yep. Grab tokens and put them where you want your animals to go.
Because I want to use their ability. I'll use the wolf, because why not?
Yep, just use any token.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And would one be able to start on this part right here?
Yes.
Yep. And do they get their turn to attack because I summon them and they go after me?
Yes, they do.
Yep. So 4 of them, 3 of them actually, are going to run 20 feet and pounce on a Pterafolk each.
Yep.
And if the panther moves at least 20 feet straight forward, which is why I placed them all 20
on
feet
the edge.
further away, the creature must straight forward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn. The target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yep. That.
So, pardon me.
So you want all 8 of them to just go and attack one Pterafolk?
Pretty much.
Yep.
I want them to try and knock all 3 prone.
Yep.
So until Pterafolk 1 is knocked prone, they all run up and attack Pterafolk 1.
Yep, so your panthers
so on.
run at Pterafolk 1. And your second panther manages to pounce on Pterafolk 1, knocking it prone.
Awesome. Which it can then make a bite attack as a bonus action.
It does.
God.
And it then rips Pterafolk 1's throat right out in front of you.
I'm getting the impression that the rest of us may not even be needed for this fight.
Don't worry, there's more fighting to be done.
Wait, there's more!
Your cougars rush at Pterafolk 3. The first one misses, the second one misses, the third one hits, pins Pterafolk 3 prone, makes a bonus bite attack and tears Pterafolk 3's heart out. And then
there's 3 more to attack
your
Pterafolk.
first panther nat 20s on Pterafolk 2 that tears it to shreds before your eyes.
Somebody, please.
And then I would like. Is that door open or closed?
It is open, but you can't see what's in it.
I would like the last 2 just to charge in.
Yep. They
with the
look
orders
at you.
to attack any Pterafolk.
Yep. They look at you and roar and rush in, revealing inside a 4th Pterafolk and the Pterafolk leader, a Harpy Witch.
Oh god.
And they both ignore the Harpy Witch and go for Pterafolk 4. The first one missing, and the second one missing.
That's okay.
It is now Ava's turn.
Okie dokie. Would I be able to see her from where I am?
Yes, you can now see her, because as as the panthers run in, she stands up, throwing away her hides and roaring, scrambling for her weapons, allowing you to see her.
Alright, I fly up.
Yep,
I cast Hunter's Mark.
yep, on the Harpy Witch.
Yep. And then I am going to attack using my +1 arrows.
Yep. She uses her reaction and unleashes a vexing screech, giving you disadvantage on your attack roll until her next turn.
So because I'm in the air, does that mean
It's just normal. It's just
rolls?
normal.
Yeah. Alright, that is 14 plus 8.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Alright. That is 12
12.
plus 4 psychic, plus 3 psychic damage,
Yep.
plus plus another d6. So that was 2.
Yep.
Oh wait, I was using +1 arrows as well, so add a
Yep. So an extra +1.
Yep. And I will shoot her again.
Shoot. Okay. Once again, you have disadvantage, and as she shrieks, you notice that her face is covered by a wooden mask in the likeness of a jaguar.
Bingo.
Alright, so that's 19 plus 8.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
That is 12.
12 points of damage. Not
And-
bad.
And yeah, it's whenever I hit with a weapon attack. So
That's correct.
another d6,
Yep.
which was just a 1.
And that's it. Both your attacks are done, and she is looking a fair bit hurt at this point after just being ambushed like that. It is now Alessandra's turn.
Okay, so it's just basically a population of 1 Pterafolk left, but I haven't had a chance to use this in a while because it's taken this a few days to recharge, but I'm going to pull out my wand of magic missiles and unload the damn thing straight at her. Because I enjoy overkill. And it's fun.
If it gets the job done, it gets the job done.
Oh yeah, no kill quite like overkill. It's going to be 11. Plus 11. So that's going to be 43 points of damage, please. That is a lot of...
How
what was
much?
that one?
43.
43. Ouch.
That's a lot of 4s.
She's
Yes.
going to burn a spell slot and cast counter spell.
I know it. God, get me-
She's going to make her check.
Can she? If she already used her reaction?
Well, that was a legendary reaction, so she still has a
Yeah.
normal one. Because she's a boss monster. So she uses her normal reaction, cast counter spell. The DC is... What level is your magic missile? 6, I
level,
believe.
please.
Yep, so 16. Make a
Who failed that,
charisma
please?
check.
Please
It's
fail?
a 17, unfortunately. Your
Why
spells,
not?
your magic missiles surge into the small room as she waves one of her wings and smiles under the mask, and they fizzle out.
Oh, I'm-
just looking at the one going, weird. Normally, whenever something gets hit by that, it just dies. This is new.
I'm so glad that she wasn't in the fight when I cast Conjure Animals.
It is
Yeah, that
now,
would've been rude.
yeah, she would have. It is now Sir Lucian's turn.
Kick her ass.
Okay.
Scuttlebutt.
Alright. Harpy Witch or Pterafolk? Who are we swinging for at the moment? Because all I can see is a
Harpy
lot
Witch
of
is the
panthers.
boss.
Yeah, well, Harpy Witch is their
Alright.
leader, so.
Alright, I'm gonna use throwing axes at Harpy Witch.
Yep, so you're gonna stand in the doorway and hurl an axe at her. Go ahead.
Yep. Alright, that is 14.
That
So
is
plus
a
4.
that is a hit. Roll for damage.
Alrighty. Where the hell is it? Oh god, I lost my thing. Alright, D6 time. That is a 5 plus 4, 19. Beautiful. That is 13 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
And
Got
then
to
one
go
more.
for another one.
Yes, please. That is another 14. So we're going for what? 4, 8.
Yep.
Plus 3. 4, 8. 11 points there. So what's that all together? 11 plus
Yeah,
what,
that's
13, 24?
yeah. She's looking very hurt at this point, almost as if
With
she's...
multiple axes in her face.
Yes.
Might I add.
It is now the enemy's turn. Harpy Witch
Surprise
raises a
round?
hand. Yeah, that was the surprise round. But all of the enemies rolled 26 on their initiative.
So Zinhorn still goes
Oh, yeah,
first.
Zinhorn still gets. Yep, Zinhorn still gets to go first, though.
Zinhorn there.
Sorry, I had my mic on mute.
Ah, yes, there we go. Yep, Zinhorn gets a normal round.
So, Giant Eagle form is going to just dive in towards the Harpy Witch
Yep,
and use a multi-attack.
yep.
So, beak and talons. So, the beak is a 12 plus 5, so that's 17.
Yep.
And D6. That is 9 points of piercing,
Nice.
followed by the talons
Yep,
of 19 to hit,
yep, that hits.
and that is 2d6. That is 9 plus 6, that is 12 points of slashing.
Ooh, and now she's looking quite close to death.
Avery, cheers for the birds. Woo!
Death by birds. Death by
Okay,
birds.
death by birds. Okay. The Harpy Witch raises a hand, points it at the beacon fire, and snaps a finger. The fire turns a bright purple, and down below you hear the jungle canopy disturbed as 4 Pterafolk fly up from the trees towards the tower, along with a Periton Alpha.
Oh,
She then uses her action to cast Circle of Death. Every enemy within 60 feet must make a con save.
Oh. Your con saves! It's a 15.
15, that is a fail. Everyone else,
21.
21, that's a pass.
22.
That is a 17.
17,
That is a 17 as well.
just roll. Okay, so everyone except Bulb and Veska passed. I'm now going to roll for the Panthers, and they all pass except for 2 and 8. Everyone else takes... let me just roll for this, because I have to actually bring it up in 5e tools, because she is a Monster Manual Expanded.
Yep, fair enough.
So, all of the Panthers who failed and Bulb take 34 points of necrotic damage.
I'm down again.
Make a
Oh,
death save,
shit.
please.
Oh my.
Bitch.
And everyone, so all of the Panthers except 2 and 8 are dead. And everyone who passed takes half that, which is... so, let me see, I'm just working it out.
Oh,
So, 34...
All Panthers go down as well, sorry.
Oh, okay, all of them go down.
Concentration spell.
Ah, yep. So everyone who passed takes 17 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
And then,
Oh.
as her bonus action,
Oh.
she begins to sing a luring tune, singing a magical melody with the voice of a beautiful woman that emanates throughout the area. Every humanoid and giant within 300 feet of her that can hear the song must make a wisdom save.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the one thing I was good at.
Zinhorn is immune because he's not a humanoid, he's an eagle.
I'm bird.
Oh dear.
Nicely done.
I is bird.
Oh, I got an 18.
18, that's a
This
pass.
is the one thing I suck at.
Got a 17.
That's a pass.
Motherfucking 10.
Sir Lucian, you are charmed by the song.
Oh no.
And-
8, please listen. 8 points of damage. Please listen. 8 rolls. I'm dead.
Well-
I think you do far worse to you than that.
No, you don't take any damage, you just can't attack her while you're charmed. Because you're charmed by her voice.
Just
And
kill me.
Veska is also charmed.
Crap.
Pterafolk 8 swoops in and attempts to grab Veska. Veska is charmed, so she'll be making her strength save with disadvantage. And that is a 3. Pterafolk 8 picks Veska up, and then he flies right off the edge and drops her.
I would like to cast Featherfall.
You'd like
As
to
a
use
reaction.
as a reaction to cast
There's a
Featherfall.
reaction. Takes a reaction.
Yep. You cast Featherfall. Her rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. She takes no falling damage and slowly falls down the spire, saved from certain death. Is Pterafolk 7's turn. It swoops up and attempts to grab Alessander. Alessander, make a strength save, please.
13.
13, that is a pass. It attempts to grab you, but you wrench yourself free. Pterafolk
Hooray.
6 flies up and picks up Bulb's unconscious body,
Shit.
and then begins.
I didn't mean to kill Ravane, okay?
And then begins to carry it over the edge. Ava and Sir Lucian, you may use a reaction if you like.
Good
I would
question.
like to
Alright.
use the reaction to catch Bulb.
Throw an axe at the Pterafolk.
No,
Yep.
save.
Well, actually, as it grabs Bulb and flies away, it gets an attack of opportunity from Ava.
Okay.
Either hold him down, if it's possible. And then I'll...
I'm
Swing an axe at
very
him.
light.
That's alright, it's enough to distract him.
Alright, look,
Even pecking at the claw.
so would that be my reaction? Would that
Yeah,
attacking
that's
him
your
be my
reaction. But if you get the attack, then he will drop Bulb.
Okay, I'll...
Got 40.
Alright, that's 15 plus 8 then.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll for
Oh,
damage.
Oh,
That is 12. Oh, wait,
12.
sorry. 11.
11, a good hit. Pterafolk 5 stays hovering in the air and hurls its javelin at Ava, rolling with advantage as it's flying above her. And that is an 18 to hit. Ava, you take 17 points of piercing damage from the javelin. Pterafolk 4 hurls his javelin at Zin. Actually, it's a multi-attack, isn't it? Yes. So he then hurls another javelin at Ava, but rolls a 9, so Ava ducks as it sails over her head. Pterafolk 4 uses its multi-attack to hurl 2 javelins at Zinhorn. That is a 16 and a 6.
As I'm eagle, so the 16 hits.
Yep. So you take 18 points of piercing damage as the javelin hits you.
And I am Zinhorn again.
Zinhorn again. But you did get off a nice attack. Okay, it is now Bulb's turn. Make a death save.
I did pass the first one, and I just passed the second one.
Luckily. Okay, it is now Alessander's turn.
Okay, so yeah, this is all kind of gone to shit just a little bit.
Oh, wait, the Periton Alpha forgot to take its turn.
Lovely.
Ah!
It's okay.
I love that chuckle that you have. You sadistic.
Luckily, it's too far away to notice that Bulb is unconscious. So instead, it's going to dive bomb straight towards Sir Lucian. And it's going to go in with one Gore attack and one Talon attack. The Gore attack hits with a 23. So Sir Lucian takes 8 points of damage. And the Talon attack misses with a roll of 18 and is blocked by your shield. Okay, now it is Alisander's turn.
See, I'd like to go and help Bulb, but I also have a Paraton directly in front of me.
I am okay for now. I've got 2 saves, 0 failures, so...
I don't want to use...
You won't be okay if that Periton comes.
That's
for you.
true,
Use
but...
the spell slot since I've already cast one for Feather Fall. Actually, that was one of my artificer spell slots, so I still have both of my Warlock spell slots.
Good kill.
Luckily, the other Periton Alpha is with the aerial patrol group and is nowhere near here, so you don't have to fight
Well,
two.
that's fun. I'm glad I helped in that regard.
And you thought that normal Peritons wouldn't be strong enough in this encounter?
Well, there's only 2 of them. Well, they do only deal, 1d8 damage when they hit, so...
Yeah. Okay. One in front of me. One... I will take a shot at
Periton Alpha.
That works too. I'll load at one of the 5 bullets as well. Take a swing
Alright,
at it.
go ahead. Roll to hit it.
And that's a 27 to hit.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
That's 10 normal. And an extra 5 points of fire damage.
Ooh,
So it's 15
nice. Singeing some of its feathers as it takes flight once again. It is now Ava's turn.
Alright, can I grab Bulb and then Misty Step into the lower level?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab Bulb and Misty Step
Yep.
into the lower level.
Misty step him down into the lower level. I'll just put him there for now, and you are now down there too. So you'll
But
need
I didn't use any movement, so...
Nope, so you can just fly right back up through the hole.
I will. Good thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly back up through
Yep,
the hole.
through the hole.
And I will... how much movement is that?
50 feet to fly through
So
the
that-
hole.
Alright, so that was my full 50
Yep,
feet
so you
of
just
movement. Alright,
flapping your wings above the hole at this point.
okay, I will hit Pterafolk 7.
Yep, go ahead, roll for damage.
Does he count as flanked at the moment?
He does. Well, actually no, because flanked is usually on 2 different sides, but you're both attacking him from below,
Alright,
from
well,
the
I got
south.
18
So,
anyway.
yep, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. That is 11.
11. Ah! He shrieks. Go ahead for your next attack.
But I've got a D4 psychic damage,
Yep, D4 psychic damage.
which is a 1. And is Misty Step a bonus or an action?
It's a
Bonus.
bonus action.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yep, so
Alright,
you've
well, I
got
will
your
hit him again.
normal attack. Yep, you just don't get your offhand weapons. Go ahead, roll to hit.
That is 18 again.
Yep, roll for damage.
That is 9.
9, and Pterafolk 7 goes down as you smash in the top of his head with your blade.
Now the Periton should go for his heart.
It is now Sir Lucian's turn. Sir Lucian, you are charmed and cannot attack the Harpy Witch, but everything else is fair game.
I'm charmed and dead.
Oh yeah, you're you gonna make a death save, are you?
Is it
I
down?
might have to make a test.
When did you-
Yeah, I'm
When
on
did you
49
get
plus at 8 points.
Yep.
57. Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's...
So you go ahead, make your death save, roll a d20.
That is an 18.
Yep, that's a pass. Okay, Zinhorn's turn.
Do I come out of charm state, by the way?
Yeah, if you've been knocked out, you're out of charm state.
Yeah.
So if someone gets you up, you can attack her.
So I'm going to Flame Blade
Yep.
and attack this witch.
So the Harpy Witch is going to attempt to recharge her legendary reaction. Requires a 4 or a 5. Rolled a 5. She uses her legendary reaction to screech vexingly at you, giving you disadvantage on your attack roll.
Alright, well that first one... so it was 16 plus 7 is 23.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
And it is 3d6. That is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You lash out with your flame blade, striking her in the heart. She looks at you, the eyes beneath her mask welling up with tears as she dies. The Pterafolk
Grab her and intimidate the Pterafolk.
The Pterafolk have a momentary pause, deciding what to do. Zinhorn or Ava, you may attempt to intimidate them.
Somebody.
What's your intimidation, Zinhorn?
0. I am not
So
intimidating.
you got nothing in charisma?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, I will be fearsome.
Alright, go ahead, see if you can do the patented Ava intimidation.
I will do the pattern today. Let's behead the boss and scare everybody.
Whilst that's happening, I'm going to do a healing word level 1 for solution.
Ah yes, get him back on his feet.
Yeah, before that alpha gets there.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
That is 3 plus... That's 7 points of healing.
7. Yep, so Sir Lucian, you are on 7. You are conscious again. Ava, make your intimidation check.
Alright. Wish me luck. That is 18.
18. The Pterafolk look at you, brandishing their javelins, and they look as if they're about to fight on. And then one of them looks at the others and lets out a ear-splitting "Ah!" They give one more look at you, and then they and the Periton Alpha spread their wings and fly away, leaving the bloodied spire behind them.
Big scary Ava.
I love the idea of this, 3-foot tall eagle person just scaring the shit out of everyone.
Hey, I'm 4'3".
Yeah, but she's still...
My apologies.
Well, yeah, you're about the same height as them, so... And... yeah.
It's probably scary.
So
This is
that is
fun.
the end of combat. Bulb and Sir Lucian are quickly attended to.
Back on 1 health. Okay.
Yeah.
I stumblingly fly up the chute and then stumble towards the harpy with the mask.
She lies dead at Zinhorn's feet. Do you remove the mask from her corpse?
I would like to do an arcana check on it first.
Ah, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, quick question while he's rolling.
Yep.
Can I still keep it back here now that the other Peritons have all buggered off?
No, because there was another group that was chasing him.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to ask because I needed something to go down and get Veska since she's still slowly. Well,
Yeah, no, Keeper's presumably still leading the others on a pursuit around the jungle.
So, yeah.
I got a 15 on the Arcana.
A 15 on the Arcana. Okay. So you lift the wooden mask that is shaped in the likeness of a jaguar's visage off the harpy's face and into your hands. You recognize it as a mask of the beast, an uncommon magical item. Does not require attunement. It has 3 charges. While wearing the mask, you can expend 1 charge to cast the animal friendship spell as an action. The mask regains all expended charges at dawn.
Okay, well, I shrug, look at the others and go, does anyone have any problems with me using this until we give it back?
I'm not saying anything. I'm mostly just looking down the side.
Yeah,
of the cliff.
I'm
Let's
trudging
pick up
into the
12,
room to go look for shinies.
Yep, Ava, make an
Stealth.
investigate check, please.
Just pressing on the side of a fucking cliff going, I don't know if I can see
15.
her.
Wait,
You-
16.
16. You search the harpy's throne room, as it were. It's not much. A couple of hides for her to lounge on, chewed up bones, a few pieces of broken pottery and jewelry scattered about. The only thing of note you find is a spell scroll wedged underneath a broken pot.
Ooh.
What is it?
Make an Arcana check if you'd like to identify it, or someone else can.
Alexander, make an Arcana check.
Is no one else concerned why our friends got dropped off the side of a cliff?
No, she's fine.
I got a 17 for Arcana.
In fact, as you
Fine.
peer over the side of the cliff, you can still see Veska just slowly sinking down below the tree canopy, and
Just trying to work
she's
out-
looking
Probably
up.
arms folded, looking bored.
Yeah, she's just looking up at you as she sinks down, her arms folded, as her face disappears beneath the leaves of the canopy.
Yeah,
Got a
60 feet
17.
around.
17 for Arcana.
Yep, 17 for Arcana. Yeah, she's still nowhere near the bottom. She's only about halfway
Yeah.
down the tower. But
What did
yeah.
you get?
So this is a scroll of Commune with Nature. It's a 5th level divination spell. Druid and Ranger have it on their spell list. You briefly become one with nature and gain the knowledge of the surrounding territory. In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. In caves and other natural underground settings, the radius is limited to 300 feet. The spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as in dungeons or towns. You instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals or people, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals or undead, influence from other planes of existence, or notable buildings.
Cool.
Basically,
I'll
it's a
give it
spell
a
that allows you
go.
to just ask what is of interest in the surrounding hexes at any time. And so,
Always better at remembering to use things than I am.
yep, so you can give it to Bulb.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay. Scroll of Commune Nature, awesome.
with your mission completed, you slowly, carefully make your way back down the tower. Takes
We-
all of... Yep.
Are we planning on... Well, we're all heading down, so can my giant eagle form, like, carry those that cannot fly?
Oh yeah, if you want. So Bulb and Ava can just fly down, while Sir Lucian and Alessander ride on your back.
Yeah.
Well,
Yay.
just a quick question.
Yep.
When Bulb casts Featherfall, how many people can you put that on?
Only one target per casting.
No.
Oh,
No,
it's not?
It's not.
Featherfall is 10 people.
Ah, okay.
10.
Well,
No,
well,
why?
well,
When a creature within 60 feet of you falls, choose up to 5 falling
Ah,
creatures
5 falling
within
creatures
range.
within range. So you all just want to take a running leap off the edge and feather fall down?
Well, I mean, technically you'd have to be falling for me to cast it, so I'd have to cast it again. So I was going to say, if no one else was concerned with Veska, I was just going to go jump off after her.
Yep.
I want to eagle form.
Yep. So Zinhorn wild shape spreads his wings and begins to fly down towards the jungle canopy, while Sir Lucian and Alisander shrug, take one look at the blanket of jungle deep below, take deep breaths, and leap off the side of the tower, Bulb casting Featherfall on them as they disappear over the side.
As Bulb is flying down, he's got the mask in his hands, and he sighs and says, "Oh, once more behind a mask," and puts the mask back on. Puts the mask on.
Lovely.
Been a while.
And when you reach the bottom, you find Veska just sitting next to one of the crushed bodies, examining it for loot. Unsatisfied that she hasn't found anything, she looks up at you as you land beside her, and she just says, took you long enough. Yeah, Ava's just doing loop-the-loops and stuff as she flies down.
Yeah, she did a full dive bomb.
Imagine like Bobbitt's just falling like freaking Mary Poppins style, just has like a staff over her head. She's just sort of like floating back down.
Eaglehorn chases after Ava.
And so,
they're puppets, y'all!
You all reach the bottom and make your way once again into the safety of the forest. Hours later, the sun begins to set, and you see the patrolling Pterafolk illuminated against the setting sun, finally returning to their home as Keeper lands softly next to Alisander, a metallic gear whirring as his mouth twists into a cheeky smirk.
Oh, it just hugs him, Bobbitt doesn't. We've nearly lost a lot of friends recently. This is... yay.
And thus ends the session. You each get a long rest, and in addition, because of Bobbitt doing some cartography while up on Firefinger, I will reveal that the Grung village of Dungrunglung rests 4 days to the south of here.
Yes, the Grung village of Grungadungalung.
There's Grung!
There's
The Ning Nang Nong.
Grungs to the south.
There's Grung!
So I guess gonna be Ava's
I don't
going
think
to
we're
be
getting much choice in where we're going next.
Yeah, so I think next session Ava's pretty much going to force the party into going and visiting the Grung village of Dungrunglung.
Looking at the map, we kind of have. I mean, looking at the map, we kind of have to go around that massive thing that's.
Oh yeah, you kind of have to go.
So we kind of like physically have to go through there to get to.
Yeah, so you kind of have to move around this, small cliff anyway. So. Yeah, you'll probably... Unless you just want to cross the river like this. But,
No. We must go around the cliff, okay?
So you can visit the Grungs.
Yes, we might have, like, all but one member of our group that can fly, but I feel like we need to go around the cliff just for safety.
And so, the journey to Oralunka has begun, but it is far from finished. Each of you who has less than 3 inspiration gains an inspiration point.
Yay!
And with
I
that...
I could have passed so many constitution checks.
and if only you could spend them on saves in combat, but I don't think you can.
Okay, well that doesn't matter then.
Unless you have a feat, or you're a bard, but
No.
yeah. But that ends today's session, the Assault on Firefinger. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed running it. I hope everyone who came to watch had some good fun. And we'll be back tomorrow with the next episode of Call of Cthulhu, Curse of the Pharaoh, Dead Light. We enjoyed having you along for the adventure. Until we see you next time, only take a running leap off cliffs if you can slowly float all the way down. Until then, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Buddy.